Bro, did you see what happened?
I haven't looked yet.
Happens, EU's eyes are on that position. Oh, but his eyes get closed really fast. Lights out for him, and Sentinels come flying through. Xander just able to creep around the backside of the site now as he waits for Cryo to come in. Zelsis and John Cutie trying to pressure the plant.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Oh, slowly the creep in from Cryo, ever so quiet, is able to get that first one, and just a sliver of health here for Zelsis. It looks all too over here in favor of 100 Thieves. Zelsis says no. Zelsis says no. Does find out where Cryo is. Gets out another Vines.
Wait.
Starts to delay a little bit more. Fake.
Like a bomb.
Regain any position with too much utility.
Big map manipulation, so they can already TP back with everybody else. You see here now the inserts on the initiator of Narrate instead. So at that minute mark, they're trying to see if 100 Thieves are going to try to push out. But 100 Thieves have found a little gap. They've gone behind Zelsis. They might catch players off the rotate. Boostio's going to hear this. It's going to keep the two players towards the A side ready to go.
Oh wow, 100 Thieves just come ready.
Did not expect that push up that far from 100
Dude,
Thieves.
100 Thieves just lost the easiest round of their life. In fact, Zelsis fucked up his Vice Fine, and it actually was everything. He was 1 HP, you can wallbang through a box, 100 Thieves did not, and they lost it. You have no idea what the fuck happened a minute ago.
Out of 100 Thieves, Boostio catching a rotate and also dropping a spike. Even if the lurk was beautiful from Zelsis, the rest of Sentinels were not ready for the initial push towards the middle, that gap that was starting off towards the arc. Just allowed here, 100 Thieves to get ready on that position. I mean, look at all these crossfires set up.
Thrifty.
Out. Nice! Yo! Same thing as us! Yo,
Chest pounding coming from both sides as they start off today. The third round now is going to be Phantoms almost across the board. We still see Boostio with the lower buy, but Sentinels with a death ball looking to clean up one of those weapons and see if they can't pull back a little bit with some power.
Exactly. Pack mentality. You already have a TP back towards the spawn. 100 Thieves are in a good spot here to just have the numbers.
Name a car for an edit.
Stop this push.
Ooh,
Brother, what does that even mean?
He's going to have to spray a bit. That's going to be a Phantom in the hands of, what is that? Zelsis? Narrate grabs it, but has to plant towards the right side now.
A Bugatti.
Out towards the church. Big Vice ult coming out from Zelsis from how he popped off on the first and second round. That's going to delay the retake even more for 100 Thieves.
Keeping that Phantom protected here. You see it right in front of Zelsis on Narrate. They start to move in. Forefront of this is going to be Asuna to make the distractions, break the crosshairs. The rest of 100 Thieves
Sentinels are starting slow again, honestly.
I
We won pistol, then lost bonus. We lost by.
To really ring true here if they're going to find anything. Cryo cleans that up. A nice job making sure
I believe.
Clear.
We haven't got TO rockets for 2 more seconds.
Not split up here on that retake. It was a long road.
I don't know how to feel about the new Sentinels jersey.
Zelsis was popped out, so staying as a pack mentality on the
The orange looks weird to me.
allows for you to have better trades here with better.
I like this one because it goes with their joke, like you know the sunset joke thing.
Narrate.
Oh yeah.
When Xander got caught a little bit off, but
I'm not sure if that's the purpose of it. Like I know they got like a racing theme with their new t-shirts, hoodies, and if you look closely on the jersey, you can see like the start finish line thingy, like flag. But I don't quite get the sunset part of it. Like I don't know.
Maybe because was that their best map or something?
It was, but the map's been out for like a year now almost. It's been out for like 3 rotations. 4 rotations maybe. So they're kind of like a bit too late for this, what you call it, jersey. Unless they've got any info that's coming back soon, but fair enough.
Trying to push him back.
What is that Vice Wall in A?
Super quiet.
From
Everybody's on a
Thieves.
solo mission right now. With that safety of gate crash, it's easy for Zekin to look for that first kill.
Wait, that's a Vice Wall?
From Cryo, still pushed up long, so that information to be sourced.
Towards A,
Sentinels
like
is
in the
not
CTV.
I see it, but
because you also have
what the
Boostio
heck?
and Asuna so far up street.
Everybody could be
I get the
heavily
purpose of
focused
it,
towards the
but
middle
there's so
A
much
side.
better
Yeah,
ones they
this
could have done.
position right here from Crow, even ults for information. This now confirms the hit.
Oh, hey, W clone.
That they have to come through, but the decoy
Yo,
brings
what's
up
up,
the
bro?
wall, and now it actually even slow things down even more. And now 100 Thieves are in a perfect spot once again to stop the push from Sentinels.
They still have Boostio on that lurk, so the focus is now towards A site.
Second on your, I love this
Making
actually.
some util over the shoulder to gain that space.
So do I.
But it's just gonna be
Zekken's actually, I feel like Zekken's Euro is actually the best.
Zekken's
Like,
smart
it's
on
not
the
the
fly.
best, but
They're trying to peek out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
These are the shots
That's what
coming
Yori's
for
for.
Jogumo is good with Yuri, because like with Yuri you post take risks as well. So Jogumo is good at that, but when it comes to like using your util, Zekken's definitely more on that agent or like that area.
Oh, wow.
Sen, chill out bro, chill.
Okay, wait. They gave him freebies.
Yeah, we had to get their egos a little bit higher, you know?
Freebie rounds, freebies.
There we go, John.
But towards the end, a refresh out from the util from Sentinels to re-hit back towards the site. They were actually pretty good in those portal calls.
That space
Wow.
taken, space used. You saw
It's crazy off angle.
walking up through, getting that art area.
There's so many off angles in this map I have not seen, and I'm only seeing them now. But again, it doesn't help when a map's been gone for like 2 years or a year.
More damage here. Some ults coming online soon, Vance.
I barely get in.
When did this
when I
map
do, I
come
get
back
in.
in?
We start towards already spawning.
I got this map yesterday.
Last season.
Help here, Sentinels start pushing forward, and even the wall from behind. Also is trying to close the gap, but he's alone.
When I get this map, I got teammates who can't navigate it.
Before he gets behind the smoke,
Like, teammates that get on Pale are worse than the ones we get on NA.
we'll watch the flank here, but
This map is like Fracture. If you don't play it enough, it's like overwhelming. Because it's a special map.
Yeah, Fracture's supposed to be like one of those overwhelming ones, like we pay attention from both angles. If you've got a team who can actually do that, then you're Fracture. So that's what it is.
I don't even think Haven long is that long. It's like
they have this
half.
backpedaling information.
Maybe a little
Boostio
more.
can stay safe, but look, Asuna's still pushing.
Probably a bit more than half.
Too safe there. A nice pick off by Sentinels.
Because most of it is obviously just sight and the bottom part in it. So
We got a trade for a trade now.
But they got about 30 seconds to get back to the site. They're going to have to work through
No Sinties.
3 members of 100 Thieves to get that spike down.
Should be a lot easier though, as we mentioned. This
Trying to
info
hit A.
available, that should hit all 3 of them if they don't fall back. And it should be an easy
I got
take,
1,
but the
2,
crowd
yeah, I got all 3 in that ult.
through,
Wait.
and it's a 1-for-1.
They all swim. Whoa, hold
Oh my
on.
god. Yes, yes.
Let's go. Oh wait.
Going for Asuna. Dashes it into the smoke, tries to get that spam, see where they
Combo.
might be.
Oh no, I'm not liking this.
Oh wait, okay, we got it. We're good.
Let's go fucking John.
Beautifully done by Sentinels in the moment.
John's punishing!
Kind of saw John Cunin
Alright,
bang,
slightly
but
concerning,
from
but we got it.
hit a little bit by the overdrive, but thankfully the fundamentals continue here.
Next
for
map's Haven as well, by the
It's
way.
been chaotic so far.
I'm for
Every
Sen
single
right
time that
now,
they
but I don't
went
care
into
if
these
either
hits
of them
on the
win.
attack side of Sentinels.
They're both good to me.
We keep going back and forth. I'm just loving so far the communication.
I'm here for Sen only, bro.
And it comes down to
For my
these
rivals,
plays
100
where
Thieves.
whoever steps
But
up
for
to the
Sen,
corner feels it,
is on
whoever's
Valorant,
gonna
bro.
take it, it's Narrate.
Like, my rivals
John
team
Cutie
what Sen
headband.
has is not bad for that. Yeah, they got 1 for all players, you know that?
I didn't even know there was a Sen.
When I say all players, I mean just like Sen ones. There's always one person who makes things for certain like players, and always bring it to these events.
100 Thieves in great position to see where
I'm not sure who does it. I think it's Zekken's mum, I think. She makes all like these like player cut out heads and all that stuff to bring to the event.
where they think we're going. So right on A, and they're able to push on
Got a
through.
timeout. This is
I
a
gotta
good
say
time
though,
for
at
me
least
to
in
open up
the
your
5
stream.
rounds that we've seen so far from 100 Thieves, they've been again doing a great job understanding.
What I've
where
done right
Sentinels
on my
start
one,
their
yeah,
defense,
I'll see a screenshot.
Very true.
The pistol round, they had the perfect stack, anti-eco as well. Then you have that
Yeah.
push from.
It's not
Asuna.
on my one.
Happens
Next
after
on
that.
webcam is the minimap.
Once they stuff Sentinels, they are actually the
Don't
ones
be
that
right,
try
so
to
out.
fall back a little bit more
Yep.
and give Sentinels a little bit more space to work with. So instead of closing that gap
Oh.
and tightening it up, it gives a chance here for Sentinels to really move.
That way they got my reaction, and they also got
to
the
the
map.
forefront and get those
Huh.
perfect trades and
Let's
not
see.
get too much value of those that are able to flank in the very beginning. So I'd like to see a little bit more
Oops.
pressure coming out from Sentinels. Sorry, from
Sorry
100
about
Thieves.
that.
Something that they did a lot.
The one thing I've
during
noticed
kickoff
well,
as
sometimes I do like to draw on minimap, like you know the Epic Pen, where you draw on the map and take notes all that stuff.
Right.
I like doing that sometimes. I realize that when I do vertical streams, they can't see it, so it's better for me just to
Beautiful flash.
what do you call it?
I think I did that for a little bit when I was playing
Zelsa's there in
Valorant,
thing
and I
place
just
for
stopped.
that flash. They pushed him back, and
Yeah.
Sentinels now knows that the pressure's up on middle. But a smoke's gonna keep them from working a little bit here.
I like the big
Wait,
webcam
A
better.
site.
Wait, this is good. SEN has the entire enemy team on A. They could actually get the B if they...
They actually want to continue to push the tempo.
I'm still a bit confused on 100 Thieves Vice Wall. Like,
everybody walking away.
it's not a bad wall,
Pretty stopped
but
entryway with the smokes that they had coming in from.
It's not...
Oops. I accidentally muted the site.
Now this, again, this re-hit. The time
I like to have someone actually walking for connector is very low.
So far.
Yeah. For 100 Thieves, you can see it in the mid mark there. Kind of just sticking together. They do have a
Let's
lower
go.
buy. So it makes sense at this point. So you're hoping that you're
Wait.
correctly on this.
Boys, come on.
First at the point.
What?
Wait, are we just baiting Zekken?
It's a 4v4 with 37 seconds left. Nobody else has shown their hand, so this gives a chance here for the stack to still work.
And he's getting spammed?
Marked, so they
Wow.
know they can get around the corner here to Xander, but he wasn't cleared by the Prowler on this.
We are all really close together. It's finna be man.
Celsius?
A few smokes here as they start to clean up the rest of the members.
Oh, okay. Let's
There we
go.
go, boys.
Nice cleanup. The cleanup crew.
Great damage done though by 100 Thieves.
The cool cleanup crew.
Flashes are huge for Sentinels to see these rounds.
The cleanup crew.
Of course, Narrate picking up the last kill again.
Chat, I did not associate with this person, Nicole.
Yeah, I'm just some random guy on the internet who just hacked into his Discord.
He's an average 100 Thieves fan. You know how wild and weird and bitchy they can get, you know?
Again, round 7, ops there for Cryo again. Certainly looking to slow things down at B.
Sure thing, bud.
That's pushed by a SEN bundle, because the 100 Thieves players, they're too wild, and you're going to be supporting out not good habits, you know?
Activate out of that. Sentinels are still trying to see what this drone does by pushing cryo cells away, if 100 Thieves are actually going to react more towards middle.
One of these days, they're actually going to do a fake decoy and actually get over it.
I'm waiting on him to cook up the extra plays. Like, I haven't seen him really do anything special with your.
But the difference with Exter though, he's doing this shit in ranked, whilst Zekken's just doing it for like, what do you call it?
A few times they push in, no noise made on this time.
It's like 3 styles or 3 things you can do. You got the Exter way, you got the Juggernaut way, and then you got the more create fear kind of thing.
Interesting. Well, they get a lot of
Whenever I think of you, I'm always like worried for either the decoy or the TP, because that could just be like real fake. You know, he can bait the fuck out of areas.
On him first, so they could use the wall somewhere else and have more focus of defense on the A side. But that said, now we got 30 seconds left. Everybody grouped up for Sentinels for the re-hit towards the A side, and once again, Cryo is about to get tested. Easy kill in the first.
Oh wow.
Ran out with the skills out. We all do it. EU taking down another one. That op's going to be ringing free.
Sinner's very low.
Still, and yeah, absolutely stop this.
Wait, boys, what are you doing? You haven't got time to rotate.
I think they're just going to save.
Yeah, they're going
to.
Wait, why use your ult in core safe? Wait.
They probably didn't realize.
Too much time wasted out for Sentinels again. That 2-1-2 that they started.
Either that or miss Cole. Like
or he popped it right as someone else died.
Or
something. I don't know.
Man.
I wasn't really paying attention to the
So they
beginning
probably
of
weren't expecting anyone to be there, more anchored back in the site, but now they know that op is there. So things change here and how late you can bring the round and who's going to be watching those hard angles towards site.
The thing is, they have to be wary if they're moving towards this A side, trying to avoid the op. There's always the Nightfall from EU that can really slow them down, and they're always leading heavy towards this A side in the beginning for 100 Thieves. So Sentinel has to be ready for that. And even look at the change out for 100 Thieves. The op is actually moving towards the A main as well, so it'll be 4 players getting ready to push through.
Ooh, that relay bolt just about everybody, but they still get the retaliation onto Asa very fast as they rotate to the other side here. Center moving quick.
That's thanks to Narrate with that haunt. Got the ping, sees some players towards the boxes, allows a free kill onto Asuna. TP is still up here for Cryo, so you could TP across towards the B site if needed be. But the rotate is actually going to be EU instead.
Where's this TP though?
This is a huge window of opportunity for Sentinels to take advantage.
I don't think he has it placed.
A new look here from Sentinels.
Seconds.
Right after that A hit, instantly downstream. Site is clear and not even a problem.
It doesn't think he has any details. He might have used it already.
Spike down.
Retake will be so hard.
Whoa. That was kind of scary.
Little bodyguardage. And just keeping themselves pushed off.
Ooh,
perfect.
Ready.
He's played that angle too much.
Now I know where to stand. I keep down for his angle. Now I know where to stand for that angle.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes hunting for
When
it.
you're
That's a
Link,
great
it's a
call.
really weird angle.
But already the TP.
There's so many weird angles about this map. That's why I like.
Trying to save his op for
I like
the
this map, but the amount of angles you need to know in this
That's
is one of the actually insane.
things with the
There's too
aggression. You
many
get punished out of
like
that with the
wallbanging
knee.
ones or like off angles and
Pulling this knee on
like
compound.
just all that dumb shit.
No
I feel like in
seconds on goals, for
Valorant, it's
example.
weirdly better to be
You're
below
forcing
someone
the
than
team
above
to
them.
be fairly active around
Like,
the map, and
for
when you lose
angles
one so
or
early,
for like a
there's just so
1v1.
many gaps to explore. And
It
Sentinel's
definitely
bringing that
is.
further
Like when you're higher,
towards the middle street
you're
front.
not expecting like to aim like you're expecting to aim because they're low, right? But it depends on the distance. It's not that low. But if you're lower than them and you're looking at the sky, so the chance of you actually body shotting is very like low. You're more likely to hit a headshot before you even hit a body shot when you're like at a lower angle.
That's a great point.
That was a moving
It all
shot
depends on
too.
that distance as well.
They're giving that window to 100 Thieves.
It just depends on like your angle. Like are you close, are you far away, and that depends on the higher or lower thing.
And not really giving a pull, just pushing on the other site too. Throwing 100 Thieves off and catching them in the loop between sites. The op is still there for Cryo here.
Yeah, heavy lean towards the
Dude's
inside
had that
at the
for
very
like 3
beginning,
rounds
maybe
now.
to try to get the
What?
the Vice ult up here for
Oh, yeah.
Celsius. That would help them open the A site.
They're trying to save it or keep it like everything they can. Like cries are based on the op, but just whether we can actually use it or not.
Flash and potentially even the ult
We've
right
got
away.
some money. I want to get aggressive here.
Oh, making sure the damage goes through. They're seeing maybe if they can get a few more bits of alt, or util out rather.
Yeah.
Did they know they
Both
did
teams-
damage?
I think they held on to it because the both initiator util
Because everyone
probably
just
don't know.
left after.
from John Q and Nary
Nah.
didn't spot anybody. So,
So I don't think you actually hear like someone get damaged. You just gotta tell by like a visuals.
We'll save it for a little bit later.
Or if you
This
get killed,
might
you
now
get killed.
become
Wallbangs don't make
a fake
noises,
towards
I
the A
think.
site unless they get great control.
No kills or damage. It's just down to spray, and if you get killed, you get killed.
Nice.
Or like if you hear someone running away or trying to run away from getting sprayed, then there's another indication.
There's
I'm
actually
not a fan of where doing it ulted for. I feel like you should have done it on the right side because it would got a bit more like space, tiny bit more.
all right, it got a little awkward, but they should be all right on this way out. Double initiator, right? They should have the util to make this happen.
They...
Oh.
I feel like John should have been able to read that. They shouldn't have went there.
Wait, hold on. They got 3 players, all 1 HP. Wait, no, Pooh, you got that no.
Okay.
Swings it back.
Okay.
15 seconds left. It will
Wait, do they know who has spike?
Wait.
Jordan?
It might be
Wait,
back
this
in.
is very winnable. This is very winnable.
We might be back in the play.
There's no TP for Cryo, so they can literally go wherever they want. They got Fade ult.
This is
Fade eye.
actually a winnable
Suck.
situation
Hey,
rather for Sentinels.
Celsius might be key here.
Are they really trying to win this? Like,
there. They don't know what's in
if I was 100 Thieves, I would not fight this. If you got an op and you got someone 1 HP, you literally both 1 HP basically.
Wow.
This fucking
he,
game,
act-
right?
he was like, screw it.
Too clean for
The
Nary.
EU
just got
player, bro.
Again,
That's my EU goat.
big kill that he had onto Busio, where you
He actually
thought
nice
you
one.
threw the X-ray
Is
that
he actually
was
from like
gonna be
EU, or is he
low
just went to
key.
EU for a bit, for VCT?
Panic wins the shot, gets to the site.
I don't know, does he have an
everything
accent?
stays cool right after, but this position right
I know.
here to start, again, was a beautiful
I haven't really
set
watched many
for
videos or
100
anything with him.
It almost seems like the tides have turned here, where we're going back to what Zekian was mentioning before.
Marshall
is there
Massey.
right now.
I know he is American.
It's not really there for
Yeah.
100 Thieves.
So yeah, he's American, but went to EMEA. Wait, what was his first team then?
Had to adapt. That is a big check mark.
A tier 2 for Mad Lions. And then come in, picked him up, took him under his wing.
They read it completely, but they're gonna read
Oh,
the
he
space
still got
back
one.
onto him. Relay
Fuck.
poke gets a few stuns there, but they're still trying to get
Went
the
to Master
trade.
Madrid,
When
lost to
Zekian is
Paper
more
X,
than ready to return
and then
fire,
here he is now
Cone
Sen.
helps him out get out of that situation.
Oh, yeah, I got him.
Oh yeah.
They're just taking
Support
the
going
fights.
Zekian.
forward.
Gonna find it?
Ace,
Busio.
ace, ace.
Where is he?
He's gonna find him.
Oh, they're guaranteed.
Oh,
Ace,
by the way, I'm
ace,
still doing-
ace, ace.
Still doing wages. I don't want earlier. If Nature aces, I'll buy the EG Classic. He never aced.
Wow.
Wait, Zekian, hold up.
Busio always good with the shares. Heard where the TP
If
came
these two hits one headshot, I'm pissed.
Nice.
Ace! Woo!
Let's go.
There it is, Zekian. Giving us our second one on the day. The iBuy Power Ace coming
That's my
through
due ace,
strong.
by the way.
That's the second one?
Second, I don't know who got the first one. I would pay attention to the thingy one. No, no.
It was maybe it was a different team.
It was a be EG or 2G. I think it was 2G.
Yeah.
Evil. Genius.
Remember, each ace giving you the $100 Riot gift card and $100 in iBuyPower rewards. Hashtag unlock your ace on socials.
Performance.
Man, we've got quite a few this week.
The ace was from Yay. Wait, Yay ace?
Awesome to see coming into stage 1 as well, that everybody is firing
Wow.
so hard.
Respectfully.
Back to mid here as we get into round 11.
Back to counting on EU to find the early information without the haunt. Prowlers to start at the very beginning. Leading out players, but as
Ooh, did I have advice?
I know
on
this
art
wall
side
is
for
here.
Sentinels, they've also prowlered towards the connector so they could
TP out.
Wow.
escapes to safety.
Alright, the wall's baited, that's good.
150 HP still.
Somehow.
So I know there's at least 2 on A.
Okay. They move
They
Now
don't
that the
know
wall is
about-
baited, they need to not do anything
pressure
with it.
towards A site.
Dang.
Awesome.
Unlucky.
Takes down 1 in mid though, so it's going to be forward pressure now, as that has to be John
I think it's funny thing is, like, on this map, they heavily, like, site one area only. Like, they'll put Vice in one area and put everyone else in someone else.
The reaction time there.
Wow, he is
That's
so
right, too
blind.
aggressive.
Be the right target. EU.
Okay, so it's betrayed.
Okay.
Okay, so get the fuck off Neon, bro. Get the fuck off Neon. Bang.
Turn around and they start to wipe out 100 Thieves.
Spike planted.
Nora Bustio's at, he just got the kill into Zelsis, moving towards the back site.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Sit the fuck down,
Just
babes.
over the head of his opponent.
Sit the fuck down.
Dude, they were so separated.
Bro, Suna needs to get off the,
First got the
fucking-
McDonald's haircut.
Tried to surprise him.
I swear the only kills Suna's got are, like, off-guard ones, like, when no one's expecting them, kind of
A
thing.
little bit of damage, but there's just not enough DPS.
I'm sorry, when you're a fucking Neon and you ult, you're supposed to get a kill. Nobody's not done any damage yet with Neon ult, I don't think.
And then opens it. He's like, man,
Bro, look at assistant coach, he's just laying back doing nothing. This match-
They know
this
they've
match
got
has
it.
nothing for him to do. There's nothing for him to do.
Final round of our first half. A lot of action in mid lately. Both teams trying to pressure each other a little bit more and get under each other's skin as we go back to the extremities on this last round.
It's just how fast they went to.
Weren't 100 Thieves gonna
decided
change
to
the
surprise
roster?
them on top middle.
No, I don't think so.
Very well oiled today. In terms of keeping the gears going and controlling the first half.
I think the only person who's new is Cryo,
This is something new coming out on
because obviously Bang left 100 Thieves.
He joined in when Icebox was still in, though, like the last time. So
Oh,
he's
but
been in
it's
for a
Xander.
while.
And still doing
Xander then.
damage now. From all
I know EU was there the entire time.
they just
So you see
Xander
what's
was
been
on
IGL for years.
G,
Divide
not
comes up,
G2.
so there'll be protection wherever they wanna
What
go
was the
here.
other one? With a,
E-
it was like a Prodigy team that had to get disbanded too.
Oh, never
Oh,
It wasn't
I didn't
EG.
know.
Yeah, even continuing.
It was with
all for info.
Xander and
even
a
if
whole
they
bunch
use
of
a
other
cosmic divide
guys.
for a hit,
Let me check.
you still have the you still have the Vice ult out from Boost.
M80 he was with.
Was it M80? There was a team after
Yeah.
that.
In that spot, Cryo
It
now
might
No,
have
just
been
M80.
G2.
the A side.
No, just M80.
I'm
Sheer
thinking of a
activated
different
here by
team.
John Cutie.
Splits them all up now.
30
Very
seconds
difficult for Sentinels to get some good map control.
But hey, that's supposed to be for you. Like, everyone's on different pages. No one's actually know where anyone's at the moment.
Well by 100 Thieves here. They've split their forces.
Let's see. He played for version 1,
Just to delay this one.
which was like
It's gonna
what ended
be
in 2022.
Sentinels.
Yeah.
Wait, does that team still exist?
No.
No.
Ooh,
Not in
tricks to the
Valorant.
wall.
That's
Nice
the
delay.
team on about them.
That angle.
Version 1.
Sentinels getting into the site, and that's
That's the
where
team where
No, it
Jordan
was
was
recent. It was
before.
like
down
COVID
onto
era.
the street.
they were
Nope, that's
just-
M80 then.
100 Thieves will get a final round for themselves here in the first
Since
half.
version 1, since 2022, he's been in M80.
Here in the last round, despite the Cosmic Divide and pulling out their ult, you already had Cryo in the front
It's not
of the
Xander,
enemy, so when he
it
didn't
was
hear, he
Xander,
heard footsteps
Trent,
of players from Sentinels
Yeah.
pushing through towards Bart.
Forget
Easy
who
for
else,
them to hold
though.
the crossfire here towards
Trent, he was in the guard.
The guard is what I was thinking of.
Xander was never in the guard.
Well, I was thinking of completely different people. They just look the same. They're both
Can't
white.
wait to see what that double duelist comp does on the attack side.
Okay, I was gonna say that's racist, but then
What
it's not
Dryad's
really.
doing over in the streamer booth. What's going on?
I actually do get mixed up a little bit as well with some of the players like Leaf and Ye.
Guys, is Nicewick and Ilum. Can we hear it for them? There are
Oh, I lied. The guy on the left, I
today.
thought that was
Talking about
Brinks,
people
with my
who are
YouTube
not
friends.
into
He had like
Nicewick,
30k.
I want to ask you,
I thought I was him for a
said
second, I
you're
don't know why.
esports grind. So what is something that Valorant has that no other game has?
I feel like I'm all about community when it comes to esports. I just love passionate fans. And coming from Apex, the community is so passionate about the esport. And then I think seeing the Valorant Twitter and how much everyone cares about this esport in general, and also how much Riot cares about this esport, it really made me want to be a part of it a little bit more. So that's why I'm here today.
Yeah, everybody's so passionate. We know that for sure, especially for this matchup. And Illum, you just got signed to 100 Thieves 3 days ago. So tell me, why should everybody support 100 Thieves on this match today?
Because we're just the GOAT, you know? Just straight up, we're the best. It's definitely no bias.
We said the
here
GOAT,
at
but it
all.
was like
No,
the GOAT.
I'm pretty new to the kind of Valorant Pro scene, but I've been really enjoying the whole thing today has been amazing.
Bro's never even seen a
I'm gonna
goat.
be here like every week. Every single day I'll be here, I'm telling you. But
I might not be.
no, you will be. You will be.
Oh,
Agreed, we've agreed.
Every week. And that's what we want to see, guys. Now, it is 4-8 right now on this map. Predictions on how this is going to end up.
It's not going great for us right now. I think we could all see that, but I'm expecting a little bit of a bounce back. So.
Who is that guy? His voice is so deep.
39?
But it kind of seems how he looks, but it's so like deep.
I can see a 39. We'll take that. Yeah, I'll agree.
Yeah, I think I'm also going 39. We're in the same wavelength here, right?
Wait, 100 Thieves?
Yeah, of course. And with,
They were finna punch her in the face.
Yeah.
Oh, he got transition on the right of
On
them.
the second. All right. I mean, there's copium going around today, but they could be right. They could be right.
Well, I love how Tens is literally in his own little world on his own, and they sit next to him, or they're having like an interview going off there.
Exactly it. Having double duelists on the side of 100 Thieves on the attack now. And
I thought Stream Booths like separated, like there'll be one, like someone will be on the left side of the room and someone will be on the right side of the Stream Booth. It's not like connected.
They're leaning for a split towards the B site at the very beginning. Boostio looking for a push towards A. Just trying to identify if Sentinels want to play aggressive themselves, but
Oh, I like this from Shaken.
further back, trying to play double flashes to counteract on a push towards B long.
I don't like that they're fixing a peek
And
into these
heavily
guys
lean
though.
towards B.
Oh. Smoke
That was just.
It was going to be a dismiss, but they're going to fight
Hey,
through it here. Flash
got the
goes
trade.
out, just preventing the kill there. Onto Zelsis, still has the hide on the column as Asuna is bringing around. the
Wow.
fire down
Oh.
from Street, but Zelsis
This went by the same classic, chat. By the same classic.
here, and he's got
Get
Xander down
fudged.
to half. Oh, the right
Right click.
click
Get
just
fudged.
slow, and he gets it
Wait,
again.
inspect.
Zelsis.
Oh.
Oh, one more. One more than inspect. One more than inspect.
Oh.
Finally, EU
Hit the
finds
inspect
it.
mid gunfight would be crazy.
Much. They return the favor very
Either way,
fast
that's
in that
still.
trade.
I
And
still
now
would
Bang and
buy
Merritt
it.
have
from
eyes
them.
on the spike, and they're
I guess
That's why
Second's
classic
TP
right
right now.
Second classic is like no Second classic. It's better.
Smoke just to isolate the 1v1 at the top. Delays well enough here for the rotate from Sentinels, as they had their own battles to fight at the beginning towards Street. Looks like the last two players kind of want to give it up, even if the spike is up.
30 seconds
Huh.
left.
I mean, if you look at that respect.
It's actually smart to give up spikes most times.
Why not?
Well, you're forcing
When you
him
fight
to-
for spike,
forced to walk
you're
in
more
range
you're more
every
risk of
single
losing
angle.
than you actually are to give
When
them
he
spike.
does that, the more of the clock gets wasted down. So now he has no choice but to make noise, go for the plant, and these guys could slowly close that gap, making sure that they keep the buddy system on his pulse.
They got one star left and the fade eye.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
That wasn't
Not
close
worried
at
at
all.
all.
That's sketchy. You wonder, but no, they had it. Sentinels
I was
still
button
trading
sweat.
off each other. They're narrate nice and healthy.
Well, no, honestly, when advisable
Final
for this
frag
round,
getting
where
missed
much
around for
from Sentinels was, I like it. It was a popular that one up, like on the right side of A.
Kills. Now winning another pistol.
Like, if they do a group push, then they have to push it even together. But because they got like Suna going for like mid push,
So now they want to keep it.
the Suna will be isolated on his own.
I think we just
Wait,
saw
Sky
a
Factory 5
Can't
released.
wait to see if that sticks when we get back. This was crazy from Zelsis.
Yeah.
I just got a Captain
Makes
Sparkles
sense. You get a
notification.
plant, sometimes you want to gamble for a stinger buy.
What the heck?
For
I'm gonna have to
some
play.
teams, as we know. But this time it's Asuna. Looks like he's just going to keep a Bucky.
Okay.
Sheriff onto Boostio, but it has to be fairly.
I would say if you get
somewhere.
server, I'll join you in it, but no server's gonna have it for a while, so.
Okay.
No, I'm sure Bisect or
No.
Apex.
The dive in.
If you pay for it, we can just do
chance
it.
to get out safe on that right side back towards A. Good. Bye.
Nice shot, bang.
Bang doesn't even think twice about that.
Backflipped out of that one.
Oh my gosh, they're all so low, just trying to get.
Wait,
to the side
that's
too.
good- it's a good
Vulnerable
angle. There we
down
go.
Here, and it's not going to help.
the
Clean
Bucky.
up from Sentinels as they just go back and forth on the members entering the site of 100 Thieves.
You know, I'm a little concerned
Yeah.
for 100 Thieves, just like I run as well. Like, wait, what's the free thing for Vice? Is it the wall or is it a flash? It's the wall, isn't it? I know it's flash because I stick in Journeyman.
100 Thieves are still choosing Haven.
Sentinels did a great job playing so passively.
I think it's because Sen has a double duelist. I think they've got the ISO Euro. I think they got. Unless they changed it, I can't remember.
Not even allowing
Whatever
them to
comp
get
they
a fight.
had when
Although the only
when
one
lost
stopper
G2
to
is the comp they had for
Asuna
Haven.
from getting a smaller shield with the
Teo,
intention of that Valky on the previous map that he
Vice.
I feel
lost.
like
And they'll try
they could have
something
chose a
again,
different
working back
map
toward
than
Haven.
Haven.
Here's the
Sentinels
push
are
towards
good on
RP,
Haven.
though.
Rinse and repeat.
They're not.
Stronger
Sentinels
A,
is
like you
not really
said,
good in
they get a
Haven.
quick
They're not the
kill
best.
coming out of Zekin and start
Haven is not really the same map at the moment, bro.
Man. So there's art control. They just keep pressuring and flexing to get mid.
In the current
Now
map
they can
pool, I would say
insert
Haven is
easily.
probably the second best map
He's
for
lost control
not
towards
second
the
best,
A side.
second
Boost is
worst.
already down. So no lurks, no inserts. Now it's just fair fighting, trying to close that gap right here onto Narrate. But it looks like Cryo doesn't want to push down towards.
Wait, how's Bishio dead? When did he die?
Meet up with Asuna.
Wait, he died in A-spawn. Wait,
It's about to come.
So sketchy.
wait, when did bro die?
This far back behind the lines, they're trying to figure out how to guard it. At least 2 or 3 people looking this way. You can see John Cutie still wondering if they'll come
They're
out the
getting real
backside there.
unlucky.
Wait, everyone's getting picked off in
No,
ways where I'm not even seeing it. We're not even seeing the
Playing
fights.
with danger here. Zeus is just on the other side of the smoke. There they are to find him, but Zeus
Nice,
is still
good
sourcing the
pick,
kill
good trade.
right off the bat. Taken down by Cryo. And it looks like they'll finally
No wait and bang.
100 Thieves slowly
The
work
new
their
boys.
way in, but hurt on the way. Oh my gosh, it's
Winnable.
not ending.
Maybe.
Not giving each other time to think. Looks to
okay.
pull out with one
That's
shot.
fine, that's-
and
that's good,
still
that's a huge
Hundred
bonus,
Thieves
by the
in
way.
That one, Asuna gets the Vandal to
Fucking
end the
huge.
round. A 5th one now for 100 Thieves, and they may be able to start something now after the bonus.
There's a nice little play right here from Xander, catching Zekin. If it wasn't for him here, it wouldn't allow 100 Thieves to get that split into the B side, especially when it lost Brucio so early into the round. So the continuous lurks on the Astra towards Long B
Yeah, they're doing a default B setup.
is a bane
With
right now for a
SEN.
lot of teams on the defense, and it seems as
They're gonna
if
play
this
Nympho
time
as well,
Celsius doesn't wanna
honestly.
let that happen. So playing back to his position where he had such a good spot. At
So
the pillar.
stupid.
Sentinels once again not giving a chance for 100 Thieves to even set up.
I need to see that replay because I did not see that properly.
Making it a single duelist.
Well, how was that? I was short and not see how it
A
happened.
lot of the pressure. And what a thoughtful buy, too, with all the low armors here. Sentinels really thinking about the entirety, the state of the game, as they're taking this one round by round and looking to make it happen again.
Celsius!
I buffered right after that.
Same here.
EU actually fires back on a Zalsis, a little wayward.
Give it to a
there with the
1080p.
shots.
And that 1440 is not really worth it. Not much difference.
Street now getting so much aggression.
Oh, and now I'm seeing it whiff again. Bro!
Holy.
Go to YouTube. Don't show me a whiff again, bro. I don't want to see the whiff twice.
Crusher. 100
I'm just feeling like I need to get back to levels.
Looks to finalize the kill with a little high-low, but Zekin will grab
Wait.
it. 3K now. 11-5.
Just two rival
Damn.
gangs fighting on the streets. And Sentinel stands up and steps out of that fight, only losing a couple of players in the process. I do respect what they were doing here from the crossfire setup from both Narrate and
That angle from Zekin for the first kill was actually pretty good.
One tethered, so he could actually swing out to go for that fight. Then we went back and forth. Narrate found a perfect timing on that spray through the smoke. Not real allowed here the flank to come through from the back lines.
As soon as he's trying to run, but he's getting blocked by his teammates, bro.
Sentinel's only 2 rounds away from closing it. Off the round with the barriers up, Hero Stinger onto EU instead of really giving it to Asuna, because he's trying to play with the Sheriff. But desperate measures to try to hit towards the A side, but every single time towards Art here, Riv, it gets denied.
This is 13-6, guaranteed.
Narrate's there just on the right side to help
100
as
Thieves will
well.
get one more
Looks like
round,
it might be
the content, and then Sen wins the round after.
100 Thieves get stung. Match point for Sentinels.
I think Sentinels are more confused than anything.
We'll have a big cycle of vaults coming up here for potentially the last
'Cause what
the
round
heck?
of this first map. Both
You know what the
are
funniest thing is?
Sentinels and
If
100
you...
Thieves.
When I said a few days ago, probably like 2 weeks now, one of their players from 100 Thieves Marvel Rivals,
Had too many
they said,
400 Thieves.
this is how you win against Sentinels, whatever, something like that, right? I said, can you teach the 100 Thieves Valorant team how to shoot?
I feel like all through all these rounds too.
I don't think
everybody
Marvel
seems
Rivals
to
ever taught them how to shoot
try
yet.
Probe out towards the A side to see what the defense was kind of like. So if this has to be a Hail Mary to finally get into the A site overall with all of these ults.
Wait, I got a banger tweet actually, hold on. Now I said that.
Any type of pressure coming out from Sentinels, that could be a nice little surprise that the defense could bring just to shut down the first map.
man. Just looking at the alts and what can happen. There's going to be a lot up the next round. Won't even go over them, but it's going to have to be something 100 Thieves uses to get through this. We haven't seen the double duelist get off online because Sentinels keeps it offline. Just about every round they're taking out one of those duelists and making it tougher.
Wait, what's the I'm looking for?
100 Thieves to get into the site.
Yeah, you'd think with the double duelist or cryo playing onto this Yoru, you have like the clone pop flashes trying to come through, but it seems as though it's a lot of Prowlers and Asuna slotting towards the art side, but not too much to support the second wave of util needed to enter towards these sites. And Sentinels are doing a great job here. Maybe it's just the fact that they're playing so much further back. And 100 Thieves are playing for the close range fights with the initiator here of EU. And the close flashes from cryo, and it catches them a little bit off.
A little flash presence from Boostio, quick rose over towards the right side. So just so Sentinels gets the audio cue, and it looks like they're trying to do that across the map here. Make Sentinels think every place is getting pressured. And you can see they're actually taking a little bit farther back line of scrimmage.
Did Zelsis just peek out to stop the clone, so he can't even activate the wall too, so that wall is going to stay up here towards this B site. So thrown by Cryo gets fully denied, and this is perfect now for Sentinels on the defense.
There's Cosmic. And see how much room this actually gives him to hide. Cryo's not going to be able to find much. They're really going to be on the other side of the wall. He gets one, and that gives Sentinels a bit of room to hide here.
They shouldn't have popped to Earl with that one.
This wall unexpected. 100 Thieves.
That's weird.
Do still have that lurk from Xander if things start to go real bad.
You talked about the ult galore out from the defensive side. The best thing here that that they have on 100 Thieves is EU, just to try to counter it back.
I got my tweet ready for when they lose.
In the corner, getting ready to pop it back against them.
Oh, one's grabbed. They see that trail running out of sight. Arsenal's gone.
But HP gone on the side.
Yeah, this
Sentinels.
is going to be real tough. Everybody's trying to tiptoe around the site right now to see who can get the first kill. Nobody wants to be that first one. They are just handshaking right now, but it's Sentinels with 4 out of nowhere.
Bro, Jung gets a kill with every single person dies. What the fuck?
It's going to be Zelsis with the final one, the final round in the defuse as Sentinels take Pearl.
Dominating victory on the side of Sentinels to kick things off here in this.
Yeah, look at Banger.
He looked at his hand. John Cutie was sweaty.
It was them all along. I mean, you saw some great things coming out from both Zelsis and Narrate, openers and closers for the team. Man, they were looking so good here on a map that, again, you're going into, you mentioned it at the beginning of this game, they didn't come here with a composition change on the side of Sentinels.
Yeah.
You know, coming back from Bangkok, having a little bit of less time to practice or change comps, but it was still good enough.
I'm not sure Nate Shot's made any money on this team.
Out of 100 Thieves.
He definitely has not.
And this right here probably
In fact, how do you actually make money in the VALORANT team? Because you're paying 50k, right, to members. But if a member wins the tournament, the money goes to them, not the team.
Right there in the round, boop, gets it onto Boostio. Incredible stuff for Sentinels coming out in their first game here, stage 1. But we still got a series here between Sen and 100.
I'm actually curious on how the money works. Anyway, what have you want me on chess?
Oh, I just loaded up Slime Rancher. It's my intermission game.
What do you want me on chess, bro? We're gonna do a chess fight.
Okay, hold on.
The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
I'll send you the invite.
Uh-oh, I think oh wait, no I didn't.
Play online. Oh, I need to log in. Crap. Hold on.
Wait, can I? I can duplicate a scene. Haha.
You don't know that?
Well, I've never had to do it. And this website is weird. So.
Fair enough.
I want my camera to be over it so they can't see my tabs. I like how I'm doing this live too, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Oh, sorry, so did I. I did my one live as well.
Kind of just risking it. I don't have a second monitor, which is the difference.
You're starting off fast, you're white.
Okay. Dude, the last time I played chess was with my brother, so this is gonna be scuffed. Oh wait, you're actually.
I actually got a shirt for this.
I don't think you can do anything.
I'm gonna try a different play style for this one.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Meant to cancel it.
Gonna be that one. No, it's not worth it.
So they are taken down one by one. The flash comes through. Bustio capitalizes on two more.
Are you just fucking around or?
I don't know, don't worry. Also, the game's a lie. There's a move that you can do in chess. You see how two pawns are next to each other? For one move only, you're allowed to move your pawn, like, diagonally, even though there's no one there. But for some reason, in this freaking game, it's not showing it.
No, you can't.
You can, it's actually a rule. It's called like,
There's a rule for it, but that's not normal chess.
Yeah, it is.
No.
I learned it in chess club, but I was like 6, 7, 8, 9, around that area.
And the Sentinels fans were absolutely enjoying that map. Thank you so much. Good luck. Thank you.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Me just casually looking to see why you're saying do it.
Do it. Do it.
Also, you could kill me with your horse.
Yeah, I know.
Also, you're saying do it, but I don't see what you do it is.
Yeah, there was no reason. I was just trying to bluff.
Yeah, no. I looked at every single thing, there's nothing there for it. I thought you were seeing something I'm not seeing.
Couldn't beat DRX on that map, so I think Pearl was very important for them to win, and they didn't just win, they completely dominated 100 Thieves. I mean, showcasing everything that the coach and the players have kind of been talking about that they needed to work on off the back of Bangkok, and Kaplan said at the beginning, just remembering to have fun in the moment, not take it too seriously if the going gets rough.
It's a bit more active.
There's nothing that indicates that better than winning the pistol, immediately losing it, and not just
just letting that kind of crumble. And
this was so stupid.
Yeah, take control. This was a silly
so
moment.
Stupid. He messed up the razor vine trying to throw it onto the spike, but it actually worked out perfectly because Cryo ended up.
So which one can I get? Oh, it's that one now.
Was a menace on the Vice. He has taken to this agent after a little bit of a slow start and kickoff, but now it's looking like one of the best Vice players in the world. He consistently is top fragging for the team when he's playing the Sentinel role.
It's massive. That Zelsis is.
I wonder if you can even do that.
He most certainly can make himself at home.
Let's try.
Really did not expect that. Now, can he keep that going in the rest of the series here?
Not that.
The thing that I was really impressed
Fuck
with,
man.
other than
What is that?
Zelsis' individual performance, was that the one thing I highlighted about 100 Thieves having really good preset ideas on like pistol rounds, bonus rounds, if they get that conversion going. Now 100 Thieves had a really cool idea where they were like fighting B main on the opening pistol. They were like deep pushed up with a multitude of players, and Sen were able to just navigate all of these really tricky, chaotic situations over and over again. They were not doing that at Bangkok. Nats was just running a mockery over them, man. I mean, he was like in the walls against them on bind. That was their last moment at Bangkok, and they were suffering communication problems. You could see it made manifest in the way that they weren't clearing corners. They were not communicating properly. This time, that was a very chaotic first half of Valorant that we witnessed between these two teams, but Sentinels navigated it really, really well. I think they didn't get pulled into the chaos and get, you know, let lost and loose. I think just not making sure that they had a handle in the moment that it was really getting messy.
I think some of the numbers are a testament to thriving in the chaos. Despite winning
13-5,
100 Thieves actually had 9 first kills. They converted several rounds where they were down a man.
Okay, I need to find a way I can do this one. Also, how the fuck are both my castles dead? When did both my castles die? I just noticed. I'll do that. I'm gonna lose that. Alright, it's time to get a little bit active with this piece.
Pick up Haven, and this first map doesn't go your way, but what are some of the things that you're telling the team to make sure that you win your map pick, and what can we expect from Haven? Can you tell us?
I mean, to be honest, like, it's easy to look at that and kind of feel like we got steamrolled given the score, but I think the reality of
And then let me try do.
if you're watching the game, you kind of saw, like, we found so many man advantages.
Actually, no, because that's actually protecting me a little bit more.
And to me, that is definitely a good sign. Like, even though we ended up losing a lot of the rounds and didn't end up converting, it's really important that you are a proactive team, that you're able to find advantages. A lot of it for us is just making sure that we kind of clean it up and make sure that we're able to close. I definitely think, you know, Haven's not one of the maps that they really like to play. I think they're 1-4 over the course of this year. So we're definitely feeling confident, and we're not really like shaken at all, even though it was 13-5.
I really do want to see that their map, so best of luck.
Rose will thinking of this one very hard and carefully.
Guys were gosh darn geniuses. We literally said the same thing. We were saying the same thing. They were winning those rounds. It actually is pretty big, though, right? Coach Zix saying that is like, hey, I was taking a positive. I'll make sure I take a positive from this result.
He seemed genuinely very positive. That was not.
This is not a good thing to do, but I'm doing it.
It was so close.
Only a few battles could have went our way.
Like, you know, he actually seemed like, no, there's some positive takeaways, and now we're going on to the map where Sen have been historically pretty poor, and we can get back to 1-1, take this thing to split.
There's a real chance.
What the hell?
Trap though, that Sentinels are just kind of laid out open.
That's what I keep thinking here.
There's been a long time since they last played Haven, and yes, they were bad at it, and they didn't really know what compositions they wanted to run.
That is true.
But they've had a long time to prep and cook on it.
Yeah.
I think it's dangerous to expect like the same old that you were watching from Sentinels in kickoff from Bangkok, and expecting the same kind of value. And yes, there's only so much you can do with the time that you have.
Well,
But it was a weak spot for Sentinels.
got it easy.
They were 100% going to be working on it once they got back from Bangkok. So the fact that we're going into Haven now, and he's still got that some level
Better move it.
of confidence. You need hope still, right? You can't just be thinking, oh man, that's well, it's all going to go wrong for us. But genuinely, there's a chance here that Sentinels have just kind of laid out the trap, and 100 Thieves have walked straight into it.
You convinced me.
Yeah. Okay.
Check.
Okay, you were too easily convinced.
What do you mean?
You're too easily swayed.
What? I've been
Check.
in the most horrendous takes at the beginning of stage 1. No one has swayed me off of getting every single prediction horrendously.
Oh shit.
Dare I say diabolical, Wyatt, huh?
Listen, you can never say I'm not a free.
I didn't pay attention, but it kind of worked out for me a little bit more. I thought it was going to be in the game for like 20 minutes of checking each other.
Actually, I think that's
You're just sheep. Just gonna own lemming.
I think that one up would make sense to me.
You really it's one of the glaring weaknesses that Sentinels have, I think, that they realized off the back of kickoff. It was a map Haven that they were essentially perma-banning. They were never playing it until they were forced to in the finals of kickoff. And they pulled out a composition where they clearly didn't look good at it. And same story for Bangkok, man. I mean, listen, we got a bit of time here. Zaltis is just making purchases. He's pulling out the credit card details and making all sorts of buys on the free money tournament clients.
What do you think SEN intend on playing right now?
They could still play the Euro ISO like they were trying to, but just making sure they actually know how to play it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, rather than just winning their attack side rounds, if they put some thought into it, the roles match up actually really nicely to play that comp on Haven.
Check.
I'm with you. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at seeing Narrate running around just shooting people.
Yeah, but
he's feeling silly.
Oh man, I can't help but keep going back to that thing that you said earlier about the potential trap, right? You know, like could it be? Could it be? I don't know though. It's a tough one, right? Because Zix had just such a level of confidence there that perhaps there's just a little bit more that we're not getting. What are we going to see on the 100 Thieves side, I guess? What should we be getting here?
Bro, I don't even know. I mean, it's been so long since we've seen 100 Thieves play.
What would you like to see,
What would I like to see? I don't know. Well, for one, Haven is a great time to bring out once more the stuff that I was kind of detailing that they were really good at on splits to try and get those opening advantages. What I want to see them fix from that first map is actually converting the first kills they're getting into round wins. Because letting them...
I lied, this game might be a bit more stressful than my Ascendant rank up was.
Getting all the first kills. If you're not converting it when you're in a 5v4, that is an even wider problem, I think, in itself, that you need to start correcting into this mid-round. It doesn't matter about your ideas. We know that they're going to be coming in with an absolute Google Doc spreadsheet. Okay, round 1, round 3, here's what the plan is. Round 13, round 15, this is what we're going to do. We know that they're going to be able to convert and get opening kills with their ideas, because that's something that 100 Thieves have always excelled at. But, you know, previously, I was crediting them because they were able to convert that into round wins. So far in this game, in that first map, I didn't see any evidence of that. They were getting the first kills, and it wasn't manifesting in round wins.
See all the players getting ready to go. Bro. We'll do, and will you see Lucio go to the range? So I think that's a good opportunity for us to talk about just a quick delay on that stage. Obviously,
Oh, I fucked up. I didn't think about it. GG.
Well, I can't do anything about it anyway. I got no piece that can kill it.
Oh, perfect.
We're both basically in a shit situation together, bro. You got two fucking things that can't move. I got a thing that can't move. I got a fucking rock.
I'm surprised I made it this far. I thought I was fucked.
Same here. Like I said, club.
What the heck?
I can't checkmate you or check you at the moment because I just fucking.
This is just what body part do you want to cut off next?
Wait, that's not checkmate, man. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, it was. I couldn't move anything.
Oh, what about cutting off your body parts? Fuck.
Yeah, that's what this is. It's like, what kind of finger? Which finger do you want to cut off next?
Neither.
I thought it was cool. There was a lot of Filipino fans. Like, it felt like.
Oh, make it fair fight. Make it fair fight. King and prawn only.
We actually flew in from the Philippines, came to watch.
I think it was my favorite meet and greet to date. Just tons of people showed up.
Oh, pussy. You can do it for the content, bro.
For the content? What? I wanted to play Slime Rancher. No way you're actually fixing to do that.
Thank you. Prick.
But of course, folks, we do want to let everyone know, little delay on that stage. So we're going to be waiting just for a little bit longer. Once we're good to go, we will be jumping into the action. But, you know, yeah, it was a fun time out there for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. I was expecting to say something like, yeah, well, I really enjoyed the food, but the fans worked. Yeah. Like, if they enjoyed the fan meeting.
Dude, the fans were awesome. I actually got.
I don't mind doing this all game, bro. I can just keep fucking doing this.
Eventually, it'll get to checkmate.
You know what? Let's make it a bit harder on you.
We're talking about what we were hoping to see coming into Haven. And the last time we were talking about, was it 100 Thieves? And you were talking about Haven. They played We'll see.
Oh, that was trust and plug.
Trust and plug. So not really go off of here.
I see
Hmm.
them loading into the map.
This is what when you get 2 Valorant gamers, bro, in a chess game.
I've only got a minute left. I'm finna play speed chess.
Show into the wrong place.
Hmm.
Oh shit! Wait.
I can't do anything about it anyway.
Oh.
Otherwise I just lose.
Wow.
Fuck it though. Oh yeah, I can't. I'm checkmate.
Are you check? Oh.
Yeah, that was check.
Oh. Alright, now let's make it harder for you.
Unfortunate. You have to win this. I can't throw. It literally doesn't let me.
Yeah, checkmate. That one took way too long, bro.
Holy crap.
Hey, just have a Valorant match, I think. Yeah, 44 seconds.
Oh,
hey. We got past all the yapping. I'm up behind Devil. Speed up by 2. Rematch again if there's a map 3.
If there's a map 3.
I'm pretty sure this is the last match of the night. Matches. Yeah, this is the last one. The next one's at 9 PM tomorrow.
Oh, right. I had it on ×2. It scared me.
How did it scare you? You're on ×2.
Because it would look like it was going normal speed. And it auto stops
Welcome back
itself.
to VCT Americas. The players are heading into Haven. It is our second map, and 100 Thieves are hoping to get the win so we can head on to Split.
Yeah, I have big question marks of what 100 Thieves will be pulling out here on Haven, because as the Desk mentioned, they haven't played it since November during the offseason. Yeah. And that's when it came out with a Neon and a Breach. But going into a conversation about Asuna before going into this tournament with...
Man, this is taking too long. Load up a game of speed chess. Do a 3
There we go,
minute round.
intellects.
Oh.
Yeah, the double duelist again, bro.
Wait, is it?
They gave up in Teo because of the Teo bug, I bet you. No, the bug got caught because of the round against G2. If they won that round, it could have actually ended the game and G2 would have lost the SEN possibly. Oh, it's Miracom, but it's just a Euro for Neon.
So losing a breach for now will not allow for you to
really
set your Neon into these
I like both agents on Haven, actually.
It's the combination now of ISO and the Neon Suns themselves. Because remember, ISO also had a little bit of a buff with the suppress, and I think that's also something that Asuna praises quite well in terms of the agent switches and the agent tweaks that ISO has received in the past.
Absolutely.
So there might be a good plan here for 100 Thieves around these two agents to still be as aggressive as they want to be.
A complete 5 swap from the last thing that they played here. Kind of reminiscent of the older comps.
Let's go.
But you're right, no breach. It's so interesting to see. Gonna have a lot of freedom of movement once you're getting to the sites and you're just relying on that old school fundamental util of the blinds, the finds, and getting into sight. A little bit of a C work here to start and a push up on A-Long.
Not even a recon at the beginning here on the defensive side. So they want to be way more reactive for 100 Thieves, but they're turtled a little bit too much. Big space.
Okay.
Potentially was there here for Sentinels to overtake, but Nary just tried to walk in, try to see the Cypher was playing there and got caught.
Still on this line. Austin is going to be able to tell the crossover, and they're seen.
Wait,
and just a slowly
he still hasn't spotted them yet? Wait, hold on, 2 of them peaked, and the Sailor has not seen any of them yet. Fuck.
Coming in from Zelsis to get the audio cues.
That's a Valorant timing.
As you mentioned, just with the camera too to look back.
It was just shit angle he was jump picking from. He didn't like, it wasn't fake clearing it. It was just clearing the part where the wall's not carved.
Safe spot where he could actually take care of like a lurk or a flank in the in the later round. But after breaking this camera here, it's going to be difficult for him to fall back. The rest of Sentinels though still able to walk in. But still by Cryo.
Oh, saved! The teamwork coming up huge there. Zelsis will find one, but he's got 4 standing in his way, and the spike is very far away.
Ace,
Yeah, he had a nice
ace,
clutch on the
ace.
first map, but this time at
I like Jordan. He's a good player, but he ain't acing this, bro.
Nah, Saucy aces before he does, Loki.
Wait, actually, hold on. No.
Gets taken out.
They're promising. If they could give him a bit more like 1v1 fights, then there's a chance.
Already a change for him.
I love the crowd that also has the copium hour. He gets a second kill ace. Maybe.
You gotta give the energy.
I don't want map 3 though, because Central is good on split, but the problem is if 100 Thieves runs Sage again on split, Sen's fucked.
We're at the very start here. Xander was playing out in the open towards that C site. Caught one off guard, but at least from this pistol, Sentinels knows a little bit of the initial setups that 100 Thieves may be exploring. And in this round, we talk about that double duelist pressure that is available. The push down from EU as well, and here
Minus bit of damage.
This is.
The TP, the chaos.
But we got air fucked from both sides.
Cryo in a bad
I think he might have. Wait.
The quick shield up, and the push from EU.
No way.
Huge. They clean up the rest of Sentinels.
Hold on, so you get damage and possible kill from sewers, and no one wants to punish that.
The reaction and confidence from EU to move up towards sewers after to save the round for 100 Thieves was huge.
Yeah.
Because especially that the TP broke the crosshair placement.
I think it's too much weight, bro. I think 10 minutes of break, they find a way to shoot back.
So they could take down Asuna. But as soon as they push forward,
oh my god, I have a stinger.
I got 4 kills with it. But yeah, at least whenever they caught Asuna down, thankfully here, Kraus still had the double tap in the shield to save him. Now in this round though, as you have somewhat of a bonus for 100 Thieves are walking down again. Another one of those moments where it's a great read.
Oh, that stun is gigantic. The follow-up there from everybody, and nothing Sentinels can do on their bonus round. What an anti-bonus.
And such strong rifling coming out from 100 Thieves in the very beginning. The upgrade for free, a couple of them as well. And the last 2, thankfully, at least a spike is dropped towards the spawn. You wait off the clock, you're trying to see if anybody overextends, you might have a chance to turn it back into your favor if you've done this before.
Jordan's saving balance
On a 2
there.
versus 4 on Pearl. But this time, 100 Thieves are making sure here that they're playing a cleaner round.
I think he's baiting the bomb more than anything.
Initiators to find utility, you're playing more passively and watching angles and then now using the drone to...
To be fair, they actually don't know Spike's down yet, because they haven't seen it, so...
It might be a tell now that the last 2 players of Sentinels are pretty much going
the players spreading out, that's good, but they just need to...
I don't even know who smoked that is, I can't even say nothing.
What smoke?
What smoke next to Jordan?
Rush moments.
I think it's something
There's
we
a
missed
smoke there,
from
bro.
the first map with 100 Thieves is the double duelist wasn't ever really
Oh,
able to
it's
double
just
duel. They were
highlighted
just
the
kind of sitting
utility.
back. They were playing defensive duelist the whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here they seem so much more activated on Haven already.
That highlight just cypher cages for attack, so sends one.
And I like that. I mean, you've heard the conversation from Zix and
Into cage and trips,
in between the maps.
because
they're still quite confident in the results here, and that's
yeah, that's
also
Haven.
oozing the discussion.
If there isn't much I can do, really.
On their own podcast for 100 Thieves, who's saying, look, we're not results oriented. There's moments where we're gonna win against Sentinels or
Like, Jordan don't know if he's safe at all, because 2% next to his trips, so he can't move. Bangla in no way he can lurk, because of the thing.
Technically, right now, it looks like they fixed a few things right away in between the maps. And they're able to have a strong start here on the defense, coming out again with a slightly new...
I think after this round, regardless of win or loss, Sen's going to go out of timeout.
He's like, no, we played it wrong.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Because next round should be them all buying rifles.
And we right as rain. 6-1 for EU, 4-0 Cryo. Really great kills across the board.
So next round, when they all have rifles, that's when they should go out of timeout.
Over to the double duelists here on the side of Sentinels. Zekin and Nari working together down towards Luxie again!
The same strategy, and they fall
Bruh.
into it. EU's been firing the Hunter's Fury from spawn, and this one...
Like I said, Haven wasn't their strong suit.
4 goes to 100 Thieves.
We had to wait 50 seconds for a 5-second round. Continuing with the Hunter's Fury and a beautiful recon dart as well to capitalize on The thrashing that 100 Thieves just delivered there to Sentinels pushing down that area. Dude, don't tell me they're going to do it a third time.
Why not? I mean, it's
They are.
unstoppable. You just put
They're
that
doing it for the
relay
third
ball,
time.
that's at least your
That's
alt
what
orb
they
every
say.
time, so Sen can't get that.
The thing is also once they push down and maybe there's no pressure and you see something from middle, maybe Crow can start a gulag, right? Because he has the kill contract to work with. That could maybe isolate an early 4v4. It's a walk
Zekin is crazy.
so they don't want to give this tell that they've actually pushed down C for a third time, inserting Austin in a great spot.
And Sentinels is saying, we'll take the right side of the map. We don't want any of that. Still going to be a little bit of an adventure, though, for Zelsys. You see Zekin right there in mid as they're taking a little bit of space and exchanging who is inserted in that area. But what's the move? Spike is still down. It looks like they're just trying to give 100 Thieves an idea that they're all around the map.
That's a suppress, so the drone's not going to get any
Oh, they know
information
there's
out towards
two.
Garage here from the very beginning from John Q.
I need to know as well there's no suppression anymore. That's the only chance 100 Thieves had to suppress the enemies. That's only 3 seconds anyway, it's not really worth it.
Wow. This is really good.
Into the site. Man, 100 Thieves is in such weird
They've got
position.
an A.
Interesting to see how they get together. Looks like
He
3
was-
actually coming from the flank. And
Zelsys have good pace, bro. Look at where Zelsys is standing, bro.
Sentinels is going to have to adjust for this big time, and that might
That's a
be
good position for
from
Zelsys.
the flank.
Both teams are unaware. I mean, they know there's a flank.
They can still along now.
Players from 100 Thieves about
As soon as banged.
They're finding
Oh shit, John. Oh shit.
It's going to be the kill contract over here.
Fucking go, John. Let's go.
Doesn't even think twice. Zelsys
Wait.
does get the kingpin flank coming in, but Boostio is now known in lower. A great distraction with the gate from Zelsys to get himself the safety to get inside
Gonna
the
right.
site so they can drop Boostio and just set up a defense that is impossible for EU to penetrate.
Beautifully done by
Wait.
the IGL of
Wait,
John
penetrate.
Judy winning the 1v1 fight against Cryocells. And that just wasted enough time to give a chance here for Zelsys to get great value out of his own flank.
I'm sorry,
In the
but
back of the spawn.
how do you, like, I know it's not
In the end for Sentinels with
impossible, but how the fuck do you lose your own ult with your shield on, by the way?
Clear incident towards long C. They still had players playing towards Garage.
Seeing a good little bit too
And
happy.
as soon as you saw a little pressure coming through here from the Owl drone, it pulled the rotates across. There was actually an over-rotation from 100 Thieves sites to give up the A site. And it made it very
Wait, have we timed out yet? I don't think we have we?
Here. Boostio was
No.
the one that over-rotated over.
Yeah.
No, I think it'll be next loss then. Whenever we lose next round is whenever Captain will call a timeout.
100 Thieves to do.
Unless it's something stupid, then
This round, it's
yeah.
Asuna solo here towards the long A with no support in the util.
Good wall, good
Wall 2 is
wall.
gonna help.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
Sentinels
wanna
is
go.
putting the pressure back on just as hard, too, with those few rounds 100 Thieves had.
He
Went out of
dodged.
it. Hit by
Beautifully
paranoia.
done.
Wait, no, it.
Oh, just a miss there. EU's going to be able to drop narrate.
You wanted to know how you lose your own ult?
The ultimates right now is John Judy. 3v4. Sen on top for
Bro
this
just
one.
mirrored it for you.
Cryo needs to come in. Does have the suppress to work with as well with the undercut. We'll use it towards and hits 2.
Okay, now show me how you win your own ult. That's what I want to see.
Not get in over each
I think
other.
it's the cast though. They
There,
both pop their
second
shield when
Sentinels.
going in. That's the cast.
On the entrance as the A, utility being able to delay is too much for 100 Thieves, and EU again,
Wow.
the last alive will fall.
The
to
thing is I don't
Zelsys.
get right is
Sentinels grab
why
the second round.
are they using their shield when going into the ult?
That's what was missing here
Because
from
if
100
you win
Thieves.
your ult, you
Yeah,
don't
had
get
a
your
nice
shield
undercut
back.
coming out from Cryocells, but when they tried to
If they remove the thing now where you kill someone in your ult, you don't get the orb unless you do not use your shield at all.
wait the extra 5 seconds because
So the meta now is to use your shield. When your shield finishes fully, go into your ult. Because if you win that, you get your shield back in for the second time.
Actually get caught off guard by Cryo, but in the end, it's Sentinels having a great crossfire setup from Graffiti.
Something tells me the shield is giving a bit too much of a confidence
Slowly
boost.
catching up here and closing that gap in this first half. More utility to help out this time around, almost grabbing Narrate, but this time with the wall bang because a nice recon dart pings him.
Wait, didn't Bang TP? Oh, he fake
Now
TP'd.
Sentinels have to react in a different part of the map. At least we have Zekin activated in the front.
I love the aggression trades already in this Haven matchup. A lot at C. Now we're getting this jockeying position for A. Mid's taken again by Sentinels. And now one down. They got to figure out a way in.
They heard drone in garage. The camera spotted Zelsys. So the lead towards garage. The fight back is beautiful again.
Bang, bro.
That double swing.
Bang's aim's so shaky.
But Zelsys one more time has made his way through the enemy line of defense.
Not sure.
Yeah, he's losing players in the process, but this is a big fight now that he could win.
Last player standing.
Unlucky.
So quick on the shots.
There's time that coming in this round, guaranteed.
Able to play these
This also is playing Staring Simulator.
far away from the enemies as Sentinels, far away from the
I think the main issue at the moment
slowing down
is
Sentinels just brought in and
Bang and narrate. I want to say.
Scoreboard.
It's not too bad so far as you're looking from the style here of 100 Thieves. They're going for the right click to push the wall a little bit more.
The shot low exactly correctly.
Here, so
I can't hit on it. Yeah, that's time out.
timing that decently well with how aggressive Asuna could be by high gearing up towards the long A side. So instead of going for the fast
Captain's not too pissed. He's alright.
a little bit off for the players that want to follow behind that wall. I like the idea.
He's like, we still got another map, but we need to at least try.
to overtake here and overcome.
We have Europeans who needs to go to sleep. Let's fucking end the game now.
Figure out the right way here to really
He picked up the Qbert, which means he's uncomfortable.
They're not playing any type of breach either.
Bro, you seen the first time bring Qbert into the coach thingy? Like how he keeps getting like yeeted across the room. And then I can't remember what one it was, but I think it's when Sen actually won a map once. They put bandages on him to show that he's recovering.
What's happening? He just doesn't want to deal with it. It's too much time. He needs the now.
He's like got tissues on him.
We'll see if he keeps doing it.
Where's the moisturizer?
Once we get back onto the mini map where they're positioned.
That's what's in the Red Bull Cup. It gives you wings,
there really
brother.
hasn't even been too much of the mid-map control anymore. They keep flexing to the extremities, and that's where we're getting these really early fights. All right, the setup. Looks like they will be assisting Asuna once again towards this long A.
Oh no, don't say they're gonna fucking run down A fully. We're like with the E-top bump again.
Blast through the wall and do some
Neon stun, blind.
Run down again. And so far that higher is activated.
Maybe.
Looks like they will try to go for it.
He's itching to get out.
Ooh, hold on.
This time around a high-low. I love the TP on the top here of the bricks.
Hey, this time he lived.
Above the smoke, but nobody pushing forward.
Wait, I'm liking what they're doing. Hold on.
They'll potentially now have a re-clear, a double swing instead.
Xander almost blew up the Cena.
And yeah, this is Sentinels trying to source out what kind of trickery 100 Thieves will do, right? We just had the spike picked up on that attacker side.
He knows.
And they realize, okay, Asuna's going to be over here. There's a bit of utility that covers him. Let's hit C.
You know who else knows?
They know they'll get the softer site right away.
My dad knows when I got beaten up.
Shazam doesn't.
Fury into the site potentially here. Camera is up. Busio just got pinged, moving back towards the spawn. John Cutie, though, doesn't want to hold on to it, or is going to hold on to the 100 Fury for now.
Wait, good trade, John.
Firing out. Gets a good one.
Trades.
Narrate trying to look around for what kind of got him on the foot with that trip, but he does.
It was trades until they got the site.
Sentinels have the site, but worse for wear here. This could be tough to keep it.
So is this?
Wow, we're just risking it?
As he was just trying to get to a different angle.
That's probably what Captain said to him, is fucking wake up, start risking things now.
Ooh, there's the overdrive.
Wait, the third time he ults and he can't do anything. Hold on, Asuna, use your ult. That's a third Neon ult from him, and he still has not done any damage or got a kill with it yet.
Every single time
That is insane.
Every time I've seen him ult, it's through smoke or something.
Every time I see him ult, he just dies immediately.
The players are kind of swinging
Like, I see the lightning come out the finger, but it never connects to anything. Look, no one took damage from that ult.
But if anything, it's more to praise on the fact that Sentinels wanted to continue to fight as a group, flipping the map at the very beginning towards
They're gonna hard fight mid, A main.
to get flashed by the paranoia.
Ice vulnerability, Neon stun, and run down.
3v1 on both sides. So again, very quick thinking coming out from Sentinels camp. Closing their gap now by 2, fighting towards long.
They missed the flash. It didn't go around the corner. I mean, they didn't flash themselves, but still, Zakin was just seeing clear on that one, and they get out with 2 frags. Easy to start this round out and make sure they can play back in the sights. Now, Boostio still sneaking man up and takes down Narrate like he was never there.
Will be another one of those rounds again. Losing 3 players so early. When the barriers come up, the last 2 potentially no choice now, especially with John Cutie's HP. To save their weapons. But they're still in a decent scenario, or a decent economy to be able to buy in the next.
This isn't good either.
It's not the best here for 100 Thieves' side, so if they could
Whoever, if they kill anyone, it's good anyway.
They do, yeah. The eco is shit on 100 Thieves. It's also. Wait, how does Sen have money, bro? How does Sen have money? What the fuck?
First contact will be Asuna here.
If we can kill one, we're chilling. That ain't gonna happen.
John Cutie very low. You know,
Maybe a
Unless-
song
this one down.
Wait, John has never lost to a Neon so far today. Oh, no, man,
Well, he
just
didn't
ISO.
lose to the Neon.
That one 6-3 here, the flawless coming in for 100 Thieves. Like you said, that buy will be there for SEN. Let's see if they can take another one back for themselves.
This ain't good because Kaplan try to use his timeouts when it's actually like a mood change or if there's a like last round of the game. But I got a feeling there's gonna be a second timeout this half, which means next half they're going in blind.
1-for-1, and a little bit of map space, map control. So the idea was still there on the side of Sentinels. It just
What's the?
unfortunately throw.
If we lose this, we can't buy net, so we have nothing lost.
Sentinels, you were mentioning this buy that they have an ult available for Bang as well.
Wow.
So when use a
100 Thieves are reading them good.
I think it's on my tweet, bro.
Wow, Zekken's just better though.
Damn. Zekken feeling it.
That's the powers of the Master
We're not
Buddy.
expecting the dry peaks right now. There's been so much utility used before everything happening.
Okay, they know Bang and Zekken's there. That's all I know.
Oh. Almost getting a nice trade back through that ping.
Oh, Rip sells this.
Trade there. B.
Still got a trade.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And it is not.
C's opened up for them. They know that it's overs on B. They are unaware of Cena yet.
Bro.
And now they know where both players are. Can we? We can Omen ult as well.
Playing his life, playing the pressure.
I think that's what he's doing.
Bro, what are you doing, bro? You can't stand on it anymore.
I don't think you can do it without 4 people, actually.
No, you can. You do it with 3 people as a normal triangle, like normal. If it's in a corner, you need 2. Or it depends on how it's placed, you can do it with 1. It all depends on the spike position.
Maybe walk out through the smoke and I don't know if they're gonna try to.
Like if it's fully in a corner of like the C long, then you can do 1 pass turn. If it's like slightly away from the corner, you need 2.
Oh.
Right, it's good for Bang.
It's actually the play. They swing back in. They're gonna get 1.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bang is able to find the 1-2.
Bang, bang, you're dead.
To get that round back, it is Sentinels bringing themselves up to 4. We're looking at almost an even half.
Wait, Bang has Prime Classic, that's why we're losing.
Doesn't get any more.
He's not using the SEN Classic, we're losing, that's why.
100 Thieves now have a Hunter's Fury going into the next round. Yeah, this peak was
That is a
really
crazy
nice.
angle to pick. How did he even kill him?
Second to start. And again, positioning very good for
I mean, unless he heard him 2Ping.
Honestly, if this is an Omen, like, whenever I go to Miami games, I'm always expecting someone to be up there, regardless if it's like Omen or Jet or like whoever. But look at it as well, like, when you're in the pro scene, everyone kind of understands how you play, like, everyone knows your play style, so
fairly aggressive from the start.
they're probably expecting it at this point, like, someone to be up there.
To be more reactive, and Asuna gets a nice pick.
They've been there every time. You have to expect this push. Not giving enough respect to it, and that is going to be where Sentinels pay.
Wait, please pick this together.
He's just waiting for the Hunter's Fury. Beautiful shot by Asuna, but now they're just going to play the numbers. This is nice. If there was some pressure coming back here, Asuna, well...
Nice, good trade for that 2 deaths, I guess.
You see what he wants, though. He's going to fight more. He was not giving
Wait,
up that
Bang, chill out,
position. He is
Bang.
hungry right now. Love
No.
seeing this Asuna on
Wait,
the field.
he hasn't been spotted, that's fucking good.
Waldo picked up 2 big kills in the last round and continues now in.
Wait, Bang, 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 bang.
Ooh.
They're running. They're
Okay.
running.
Just on the other side of the wall is danger. He's gonna make
Okay,
it with his
okay.
teammates though. The 3v3, 3 outside, 3 inside on B.
Oh. Didn't, wait,
He didn't know.
they won't know he's up there.
Oh,
Now they do.
The spam starts them off.
Yeah,
Second
they have to
Saul.
now.
Down the numbers, they're gonna go ahead.
Oh, this is perfect, this is perfect. No, it ain't.
Wait.
Yes, it is.
Wait.
Guys,
Bang.
guys.
Bang's the goal. Hold on. Wait.
Whoa, I'm having a heart attack.
3K for Bang as he comes up
This is a trade machine.
I feel like he tagged him once, but thankfully here it was full paranoia.
Can you please stop going in the ISO shield? ISO ult with that shield, please.
Wait,
That shield is losing the
Bang's
ult.
top fragging?
But you see here, yes, he was beautiful from Asuna.
Brett's coming with a vengeance.
Control of the attack side to get
The last bullet hit the headshot, that's crazy.
Overextends, and he dies. He forces players to rotate over to cover that spot.
Yeah,
And the
not bad,
control
not bad.
they've lost.
Yeah.
And that gave the perfect gap.
Is that 100 V's timeout?
To be able to move in and go for the
Wait,
point.
is it?
So
Yeah.
it looked like very confident
Should
play,
be.
but that should not have been around for 100 Thieves to lose when they had such
Yeah,
great
it's their timeout guaranteed. I didn't see Captain wasting it on last half of the round. Last half, like round, I think. Yeah, it is 100 Thieves.
4 cups of coffee is
They
diabolical.
still adjust. They getting that adaptation in the round.
You know, it's probably not coffee in actually. Because the thing is, right, if you're not drinking water or Red Bull, you have to put it like in a concealed cup. So it might not even be coffee or anything. It might literally just be a different drink they're drinking. It could be like a different energy thing.
Asuna playing back towards the spawn earlier, before the overextension, you saw that EU is kind of just still staying towards that back of the spawn, trying to see where if Asuna's.
They either have to have it like their drink in a concealed cup with nothing on it. Like,
did they both take a timeout?
No, just 20 Thieves.
It says timeout.
Yeah, 100 Thieves timeout.
I thought Sentinels couldn't talk during.
No, it was 100 Thieves didn't talk. The players can talk to each other during each other's timeouts, but they can't talk strategic.
All 5 will be used, no doubt about it. Looks like that Stinger and Sheriff will be
so when 100 Thieves time out, John Cutie just needs to start thinking.
Looks like Sentinels is saying,
yeah, speak to himself, yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess it's better than doing nothing. Just instantly the round starts, just start calling.
You can talk to they can talk to the captain and each other as well. But they can't like, wait, hold on. There you go, see, I told you, it's the fucking ISO shield. It's the ISO shield fucking losing.
Wait, the bang alert too.
And that is just terrifying as Sentinels now have that.
Wait, where's that one-way placed? Is it like on a door frame or something?
What one-way?
The one
Omen.
each of these for Sentinels.
So the fourth
I don't see it, no. Oh, I see what you mean.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't think it is. Because you can't place one-ways anymore. Omens didn't laugh that massively only, so... Like, you can only place Omen smokes now on places you can stand. So one-ways are basically gone.
Bang!
Nice.
What the heck?
And an even first half for Sentinels versus 100 Thieves.
Shit half, but we got a half back.
Those rounds that 100 Thieves felt like they had the full control.
I bang yoinked it from him.
Until unfortunately you go into a gulag where not only cryo cells but Narrate.
I think the issue that I showed at my as on moment is the person who's getting yoinked, they're slow peeking it, and who is the ISO is just standing there, like they don't do much. So ISO shield kind of gives it away, like you're overexposing yourself, and all the player has to do is move the crosshair a little bit to the right after your shield breaks.
We'll be back with our second
Oh. Alright, speech us.
Alright. Yep, 2 minute chest, let's go. You give me invite code.
Oh. Well, okay.
On demand, I'm already on it. New game. Play. 1 minute bullet. Play a friend. Create. Copy link. There you go. I love this how this thing now. Oh, damn it, he's gonna drink one.
Go quick! You only have 1 minute.
I know. I'm just having a bit of a strategic thinking. Oh, fuck, YouTube ad.
Wow. That's insane.
Check. Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't do it? Thanks. Fuck, game's tired.
I keep forgetting what color I am. Oh, it did.
Boat says later. I got one stun for you, but they get A. It doesn't matter.
Winner, woo! Alright, back to the Valorant game.
Has 2 on the flank, 2 or 3 from spawn, and a very fast plant on the beginning of this first round.
Almost a similar scenario. They break the trip. There's 2 players flanking instead of 3 this time for Sentinels, but they're also faking it out. They want to add more players back towards the A. I think they're waiting potentially for John Cutie to have the refresh of the recon guard. That's up in 8 seconds. Now getting positioned.
I think it's the right choice. Just having that late flank is the one where the power is going to come. See a few members pushing through. Zekin's going to be able to get right in the side, start really causing some chaos. Not expecting that to scoot on by them.
Second.
Going to get a few down, but it's not going to be enough. 100 Thieves are able to find every kill needed to get the first round.
One of the first unlucky moments that you're seeing here on the side of Sentinels, because the paranoia recon was perfect for Sentinels.
It's fine, fuck pistols, we didn't need them.
The classic shots.
In fact, 1 pistols from last map is fine.
You might be behind, by the way.
Look at that position.
I am.
That should have been some kills.
1 enemy remaining.
Glad they usually add voice like this game.
From Oslo with the last kill. Big pistol that was needed out here for 100 Thieves.
That was a good sight, take good sight, hold the post plants. Successful there from what we see so far, but it's not full util or guns yet. We got a long way to go in this second half. But orb control is an idea here for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it's quite interesting that they're giving
I'm back at where I should be now.
In the first round, EU had plants. He's already at 4. Yeah. They don't want to bring up the Hunter's Fury right away.
This is good. They're wasting util. They have no ISO util at all.
Open up a site.
Boostia has nothing either at all place. Xander has a bland TTP. Cena has a wall and sprint. Yeah, they're very low on the util. That's pretty good.
Just grab the other guns if they fall. There's the high. Yeah.
Nice second.
Right next to the smoke. They're looking to get all the alt points cleaned up here.
That's fine. We've got rid of 2.
They lose 2.
Take those.
And we have Zekin ult as well, by the way. I don't know how the fuck we have Zekin's ult, but we do.
Wait. Was he orb farming?
I don't know. I know that round he got 2 kills. The round before that, I didn't think he got any. And I got 1 kill from the last round. So he has to be farming orbs. How many orbs is it? 7 orbs he has to get, or 6? 7,
I don't think it's a lot.
We died twice, that's 2 orbs. 2 kills, that's 4.
The hits that they have staying within the
yeah, he might have actually got 3 kills in this half. That's pretty how. When he uses it, I'm checking his orb counter.
These are going for a bonus pick into the bonus round. Into a plant towards B.
Oh
wow,
bang, bro.
It's like they have both had a second look at that one to really, is it happening? Yeah, it is. Wall comes in, but they're still in front of it. Cryo a step ahead. Cryo a flick ahead here with Xander just over the shoulder on the Zekin as well.
I'm confused, Bang. What the fuck are you doing? You see there's an Omen smoke up there. You hear TP, and you gotta assume no one's in that smoke at all.
It was a C, it
well.
was a B. They've been everywhere in the
I don't know who killed Bang, if it was Neon or Omen, but still.
This is what you want to start seeing from the side of 100 Thieves. Sometimes or most of the times we've been praising how good they've been in the fundamentals, trade capabilities, buddy system, but now this was all individual plays. Flake after flake from both duelists to start.
I got ISO shield as well. It's fun.
I was gonna say that's not a celebration. Oh, okay, there it is.
And we're just trying to answer back. This is an eco from Sentinels. Recon shares through walls, but Cryo's farming up the kills. So are the rest of the team. It's looking pretty good here moving into the next round.
This is looking wild. The walls drop for Sentinels and they're seeing 100.
Alright, I'm seeing the script. Just going to map 3. Every single time they play each other. It's retarded.
This is kind of what you wanted to see out of
I don't think,
when they got the double duel.
not last one, but I know one before that, I think they went to map 3. I'm checking, so you can check the history between the games. See.
They can start on attack feeling pretty comfortable here. They come out with
See when the very last Sentinels 2-0 was, regardless of what team it was, like what game.
Towards the back of the spawn and capitalize on that kill and get the Hunter's Fury for the next round. So now that's 2 big ults.
Nope, on the game before the last SEN match I had, it was 2-0 for 100 Thieves, 2-0 for SEN, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Wow, wait, I'm actually looking at it. If we didn't count the VCT, like Americas, like the franchise seasons, the last actual 2-0 was in challenges.
Even though losing a 13-5 on the first map.
There's a lot of 2-0s in challenges, and then when they got franchise, they suddenly got better. Both teams.
True. A quicker pace back into control of Garage, realizing here that there's no Cypher trips.
Hey, this isn't a big map pick, so it's important for them to win it. At least today, both teams have won their map picks.
See here on the minimap for Sentinels on the defense. And by prodding inside Garage and realizing this utility, the counter smokes coming in the very beginning on the side of C. They're reading correctly now to choose to work towards this weak side. But the trips could be good. Depends here if they're able to clear on the side of the attack. If not, Zelsis can maybe get 1 or 2 here from his reposition on top of Heaven.
EU on the solo mission to dart and drone the
Oh,
left side. They go for the isolation.
Rip Zelsis, wait.
Cryo looking to get the win. Nice
No.
damage by Zelsis, but it's not going to be enough. Cryo does get the kill. They get A. They have the soft side as Zekin tries to identify and ping for the
Wait,
team.
they don't know about Heaven.
The possible protocol should be. Kill onto Asuna very quick as they enter back into the site. Zekin is unknown as he goes towards long A, but found by EU on that late flank. Oh my gosh, the ping, the hit through the wall. Looks like it's a finish. Bustio gets the sheriff kill on John Cutie, and that is a flawless second half so far for 100 Thieves.
Very good read coming out from 100 Thieves. Again, we're just mentioning the what-ifs here. If you could get a couple of kills with the trips, from the kill trips of Zelsis right in this moment. But then, it's known by 100 Thieves that Cyphers like to play on the top, trying to get those spray kills so they get him into the gulag. And finally, Carousel wins an important 1v1. But I love the...
You know how pros normally stand up when they have their moment? Why do this Booster stand up every time, even though it's not like a moment?
Going off on top of Heaven so that they could guarantee the trade no matter what and still get map control, space control towards the A site and not give a chance here for Sentinels to rotate across, although twice Zekin has done a good job here TPing in the back lines and finding a couple of kills. Unfortunately, not enough to allow the other players to rotate back from the spawn.
Oh, but I don't think he was here when they said it earlier. But they said earlier that Narrate is like an emotional person. So if Narrate starts getting like upset or like has the hands of like losing kind of thing, then he's like a very like he's one of those players who can actually tilt the entire team basically like emotionally. It's like if he starts giving up and they can tell, then he'll fuck up everyone's mood. So
the story
this is
continues.
fun.
I think it's very similar. Both of them looking very strong on their map pick so far. Sentinels on Pearl. It seems as though 100 Thieves couldn't really find an answer going into that one either. But manipulation around the map, the 3-sided map of Haven here is looking pretty good in terms of calling for Bustio. All 5 of them trying to work together off the timeout. And I'm loving this because off timeouts, 100 Thieves have always been quite aggressive.
Oh yeah, it's like a power-up.
And they're looking to close 6 rounds in a row now on the attack.
Oh, Sten's getting fucked here.
Oh, wow.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait, they're doing the exact same thing back to them, but a bit more safer instead of running down it.
Very
Just yoink their playbook.
They
yoinked it but turned it around. Because they can't get as aggressive, like as fast, but they can.
Yeah.
Can't do any delays. Shock darts across the corner.
Doesn't bounce off. Actually hits that window or the doorway.
Wow. What a...
I'll never do it again and go full for it again.
And the long C push is exactly where 100 Thieves was going.
Almost felt like the right click allowed for them to swing across to at least pick up the spike. Right. Looks like they really just wanted to try to...
The funny thing is, they wouldn't expect it either. Because, like, when you have a Neon, you don't expect fast plays, but you wouldn't expect, like, 4 people to be standing in one in the hallway.
There it is.
Look at this coach, bro. He's just laying back. He's chilling. He's vibing. He's doing shit.
Refocus. But yeah, this is SEN now. They break out into that regular signature default strat. Let's see if it still has the same power here.
They do have a different positioning for trips. Looking now towards the garage and towards that front B, so they do want to play a little bit more aggressive informational game on the
Wait a second.
side.
Oh.
And it works out because Zekin's able to move up towards sewers and take down Bustio.
Taking a lot of solo fights on some fronts here. Damage definitely done to 100 Thieves as Sentinels can now rest back a bit.
Yeah, from John was not worth it.
A's clear and let the rest of the map know that they can continue to hold their positions. Because yeah, focus should be mid and C.
And the elevation from the sewers made it
Drone
difficult
is
for John
good.
Cutie to get good value out of
They know,
being
they
a player
know,
inside
so.
garage. Allows 100 Thieves to just re-hit into the site. Camera's still up though. That'll spot Asuna moving
Soon
in.
as fucked.
Make sure long is clear, and then the rest of the site. A beautiful paranoia just in time. Stops Bang, or sorry, yeah, Bang from doing any damage there up top.
There we go, boys. We're shooting back now. We're shooting back.
Have an answer for everything now with their site hits.
Yeah. The higher camera was really everything that helped.
Wait, this might be the first
Sentinels to
2-0
get
in a
that second
while.
layer of information from
It
losing
could.
control of Garage.
Knock on wood.
This right here shouldn't happen.
So 100 thieves can't buy this one thing. I'm pretty sure this is their 4 round now.
Nice that Seconds able to find good value off these rounds.
If they lose this, there's a chance it goes overtime. Or
Well, yeah. Wait, if this round, 100 thieves have no money, so it'd be an 11-9. Then it'd be 11-10. So it's actually a chance.
They only need
Sen
2
wins his
more.
round at 11-10.
This could be one of them on the buy. Bang's already pushed up. Paranoia goes through. He's going to play off it.
Wow.
Steel goes down. They're still ready to defend A with 3 here.
It's long. He
Perfect.
hits another.
Already double tap comes up quick.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wait, there's actually a chance for
The crossfire is
overtime.
crazy.
It's over. It's either OT or 13 to 11.
The crossfires are just so good for Sentinels. Xander alone.
Because Sen's economy right now, look at it. They're all over 2k roughly.
Yeah.
So they're gonna stack. So they can lose one more round and still be stacked. 100 thieves fucked you.
Wait, what's their ults looking like?
Show
me their ults.
I just saw a lot of ults
It
on my
looks like
screen, but I don't know
one.
whose game it was.
I think we're blue.
I think Sen's one. No, they've got 2. They've got 2 ults against 3, I think it is. But our one's on as G4. No one we have G4 is ISO.
Not enough here that really blocks the vision or repositions of the defense on the A side, or at least on the defense.
Yeah, the one we have with G4 is ISO.
This is definitely a better match than the last one, for sure.
If they can get 1 kill, he has his ult.
Definitely going to go along with that util.
100 has every ult but Omens.
Oh shoot.
Oh.
That's not broken at all.
Wait, that TP, hold on. Wait. Oh my god, as soon as I killed someone with his ult.
The team are just obliterating Sentinels in sight. Oh my gosh, absolute.
Still winnable, still winnable.
Keeps pushing. Flash to help.
Still winning.
Support coming through. John Cutie, last player standing
Shit.
down by Cryo.
Vans, that was great.
Alright,
That's their one loss.
Insane what Asuna
It's
just
late
Bang it,
now.
OT. I have the script.
We've been waiting for it for a while because they had such good aggression and surprise plays.
It's fine, they used Neon ult, they used Omen ult, not Omen ult, Neon, Sova, and Cypher, no? They used 3 ults for that one.
Well, at 100 Thieves, I think so.
Yeah.
He shot it so fast,
Have a look.
it didn't even ping him. I
Yeah,
think
they
it
did.
went straight
Yep.
under it. It's just different.
So look at our ults now.
Built different. And I'm sure he'll do it again.
Bio.
Imagine Celsius just doesn't even
Come on, John. Come on, John. I never seen you lose these. You never lose these.
Most important one potentially of this.
Oh no, this is not a good OT.
Coming in for the kill.
I'm doubting.
Drop into the site. He's just trying to do some acrobatics here to bring the team back into this one.
It all comes down to Celsius and Second's coordination.
It's pinged. They know
Wait.
about this. Zelsa's watching it.
It's going to be Boostio this time. Coming around for the shot. They're looking to finalize the match.
Wait, we did both still? Second has no damage done to him. 2 TPs and all.
Yekin can win this. Wait. Hold on, I'm
He has
seeing
no
it.
flashes, I
He
think.
just has to be otherworldly.
I love that they're sticking together here. He can't get value out of a shorty.
Indeed.
There it is.
2-1. Alright, chess.
Wait, how long until the next map?
Like 10 minutes normally.
Actually?
Yeah.
Alright, I
Yeah,
might
good
take
done.
a small break then.
They need to give players like time to talk to the coach and then have a mental reset.
Hold on.
Join it whenever you're ready, because don't forget 10 minutes starts when you join.
There about. I'm gonna unmute the
The
stream.
Thieves just
actually.
dominate Sentinels on during kickoff. A 13 for a Sage that came out. A composition that even Kaplan mentioned that they weren't ready for when they played against 100 Thieves in the first place. So if that composition still comes out again, hopefully they finally have something
He
prepared.
said the Sage threw us for a loop. We didn't know what to do. Well, they seem to be in adaptability mode, so they're adapting to a lot. We saw them get 3 quick rounds there, like you were mentioning. The jockey back and forth at the end was so good, and it's only going to mean split is a hot matchup between these two. It's 1-1 as we head to our 3rd map. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your store on a single integrated platform. Add products, showcase them dynamically, and seamlessly track your inventory. Accept multiple secure payments, and design your storefront down to the very last detail. Get all the tools you need. Drive more sales with customizable gift cards and flexible product subscriptions. Retain customers with a point-based loyalty program, email automations, and reach millions with sales channel integrations. Complete your setup with a personalized analytics dashboard. Make smart business decisions and shape the next phase of your business. Build, manage, and grow from one place. Go to Wix and launch your online business today.
Stanton Optical believes eye care should be affordable. Right now, for only $79, you can get all this. All that costs over $200 everywhere else. Book your eye exam today. Stanton Optical, easy's our thing.
Up and above onto heaven. Maybe this time it can be taken, but the flashes are picture perfect. Everybody blinded up.
So they are taken down one by one. The flash comes through. Bustio capitalizes on two more.
And we're going to map 3 as 100 Thieves managed to keep the drive alive here. And they managed to win Haven 13-9. There you can see the Sentinels guys getting ready, as well as 100 Thieves as they prep for this third and final map on Split. Welcome back, everyone. Goldenboy here alongside Bren and Wyatt. It seems like the Stuffies are raving with the Red Bulls, having a good time. How could you not? We're going to a map 3, last match of the week. 2 clouded teams, and well, I think we saw some damn good gameplay from 100 Thieves out of that one, particularly a cryo on that ISO, Brent.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, this is the second time I think that he's brought it out ever in terms of VCT. And compared to the last time he brought it out, which was against Sentinels in 2024 Stage 2, it was night and day still. This guy was unleashed at the beginning of this. He's setting his team up in terms of just the vulnerables, the undercuts he's throwing out for these aggro fights, which we're going to go into pretty much across the board, because that was a large portion as to why 100 Thieves were even getting a semblance of success, really. These ideas that they consistently bring out over and over again, the preparation difference.
Absolutely. And against Narrate, who's also on the ISO, he diffed that man.
Yeah.
He absolutely put him in his back pocket, a deep back pocket. Some Jinko jeans. He had him all the way down. It was freelo for him.
Yeah.
With a 276 ACS, 3.1 KDA. I'm going to read numbers that are on the screen.
Yeah, but
that's what I get paid to do.
I was going to say, like, man, I don't know when's the last time I saw Cryo play that agent, but
that was the only other time.
Yeah,
versus Sen.
Yeah, and it turns out this time around, went into the hyperbolic time chamber and came out a new man. Love to see it there, but you know that kind of goes to what we were talking about before with that aggression that we were seeing from 100 Thieves. It was really cool to see, but also great to see, as we had highlighted, those set plays, right? That we had highlighted earlier on. That right there, that's the recipe for success for this 100 Thieves.
Same story, different day. This time actually getting these opening kills. Hyper aggro plays, either fighting down C long or fighting out through a lobby, and actually converting them as well into round wins, which was the major difference. It doesn't matter if you get the first kills if you don't actually convert it into the round wins. That was a major struggle for them on Pearl. This time around, not so much. I mean, Sentinels, don't get me wrong, did a very decent job of dragging this one to what, like 6-6 in terms of that first half. So they did a decent job of managing to round it out overall. But this identity that 100 Thieves have just been forming over the course of like the last essentially 2 years, I would really say, where they come out with some very clear set ideas, constantly relentless with the aggression and getting these opening fights to try and snowball the advantages.
I loved it, and you did the Telestrator segment while we were getting into this match, highlighting the
we're going back to him now.
Oh, you're what?
Strats for those really important rounds when you're on the pistol or when you're
going back to him now, bro.
And that first one we saw, that was on round 3. They
you would have wasted by like 8 minutes.
Has it been 8 minutes?
Sending it down.
Something like that, yeah.
The attackers
know
on
what
SEN are getting
happened.
hit by the suppress from Cryo into the stuns.
5-8 between there.
You're cooked.
Yeah,
Those plays were
Hasn't been
fantastic.
that
Something I turned the
long.
tide.
It
I was
has,
really concerned
then
about for a
I'm
moment there.
walked
It
off.
felt like Sentinels were going to start making that
Yep.
comeback happen. They were, creeping round after round after round.
But
It
I
was
don't
great to
think
see
it's
that
been
100
that
Thieves, the
long.
thing that cursed them in that last map, not the case here this time around. They were able to finish this one
Maybe
out.
like
Yeah,
3
it's a
minutes.
dangerous team as well because they do have enough experience totaled up where they know how to come back into maps in the series even when they're just getting blown out like that. And there was that one moment, round 18, where it was like, oh, they got a round win, and I was saying it, and White was like, no, don't worry, it's the classic.
Yeah,
thing that
like
happens.
4
These
minutes.
build up 5 ultimates, they're all going to press the
Here,
same button at the
join
same
chess.
time, and they're going to win the round. And that's what ended up
Hey,
happening. Like, they ended up
friend.
getting over that hurdle that way because this composition that they're playing on Haven is so damn good at generating the ults and turning it into round wins.
Absolutely.
3
And
was
I
too
love
far.
the way that they played this comp. And again, you know, this map seems to be a sore spot for Sentinels in their pool. They continue to struggle here on Haven in 2025.
Yeah, no, well, now let's go ahead and set the stage for map 3. We go to Split. This tried and true map for both teams, I would say. I feel like both teams.
Sen have looked really good at it recently, I would say.
The only terrible result they had on it recently was when they got stepped on by 100 Thieves in their first matchup in kickoff.
Yeah.
Kickoff. Yeah. 100 Thieves debuted just the full util tsunami comp with the Sage, with the Astra, with the Teja, with the Breach, with the Raze, and everything syncs up. And if you get caught by literally any piece of util, you die.
Do you think we're going to see that again here?
They need to add a bit more, I think, 100 Thieves, because the reason why they weren't able to get off on a running start in
Slime
kickoff
Rancher.
is because once you reveal
Slime
those ideas,
Rancher.
once you reveal your hand, everybody else is going to know about that later on. And in a tournament system where you're paying on that, but in this format, you have the opportunity, like we said, you've been given a month to essentially cook up new ideas, new plans to try and generate those opening kills. So I want to see some more additions to it. And for Sentinels themselves, I think that they
Sorry,
might
my
come into this,
loner.
at least I'm hoping at least, with a bit more caution at the beginning of these rounds, given the tendency so far from 100 Thieves to be going for these aggro fights constantly when 100 Thieves are on a defense, fighting for extremity control, always trying to just essentially take it with pace. For Sentinels to just slow it down a moment, first 20 seconds, take it nice and easy, a nice slow default, wouldn't go amiss for me.
All right. Well, let's see. Map 3. It's coming up right after this, folks. It's 100 Thieves and Sentinels.
Oh, why
Who
did my
is
thing just
going
bump?
to take the win in this El Clasico? We'll be right back, folks, after this.
Nickly.
I didn't know this game actually had like time stuff. That's weird. Hey, don't you dare eat my stuff. I swear to God, I'll eat you.
That's low-key kinda kinky, bro.
Dude, this game's epic. I'm gonna let him roam around. He can eat my shit. Pretty sure the second game got bad reviews.
We are back and we are ready for the final and third map. It is
Starting.
split and these teams are ready to get in. I think looking at the composition, final and third map, it is split and these teams are ready to get in. I think looking at the composition when we get in is going to be big. We're going to have to see if anything has changed because it's been a while since we've seen it split for 100 Thieves.
Exactly, because if you're looking from the Thieves side, they've only played it once during kickoff, and it was against Sentinels, and it was also them starting off on a defense, and that's why we saw so many of those trap plays, how the Sages
last map of the day.
that came out from the side of 100 Thieves. But now, if
Yeah,
you're looking
let's
at it, they're
see.
starting off on the attack, and it's
It couldn't be a 2-0. That would be too easy.
Okay, nothing new, nothing new for this comp.
here for the side of 100 Thieves. True. Especially if you're looking at their comp, it makes it a little bit difficult for them to lurk around.
That's good now, because it's kind of like meta comp nowadays.
Double initiator, double controller.
But we'll have to wait and find out if anything.
That's how I
Oh,
wish
wait,
my
what?
teammates would play in ranked, if I'm being
And it also
honest.
makes sense because
We're
the
fucked.
victory that they got against Sentinels on the
No,
attack
doing
side,
double
they got 5 rounds in
controller for this
one
map only
pistol,
works in
they
pro
won,
play.
Anti-eco and
When you're on
one
comp, you need
bonus, so
Sentinel,
you
bro.
can kind of just snowball a lot without having to giving a lot of your strategy on the attack side. So I'm expecting to see.
If you ever go on comp, you either need to sacrifice one initiator or sacrifice a controller for the Sentinel. You can't have double Sentinel, double controller, double winish.
That's actually pretty great. We get 6. Oh yeah. You know, it's one of those games for how 100 Thieves can play it. But for Sentinels, it's
This ain't
a
good,
round thing. They're
because
gonna be coming at you
these
hard.
exact comps
I'm
are
actually
both played against
excited
each
for
other.
this map, kinda.
Going to be
Last time this
stopping, and I'm
map
sure
got played
they know
between these
the
two, it was
vibe of the team
13-4.
after we just got out of
How long
Haven,
ago
so
was it?
Both teams Throwing hay.
Literally before before Bangkok, bro. The match before Bangkok.
I wasn't watching.
4 weeks ago.
Okay.
Cryo was able to move around with the team and also put these walls that makes it very difficult for.
Or maybe 6 actually, because they actually break them. Either way, there's no differences.
To move a little bit more aggressively, be in front of enemy lines.
The only thing we'll change is where they're positioning and what they're going to need to address it. Apart from that, everything's the same.
It's a recall smoke to try to.
Yeah, Braze goes up there.
And looks like Sentinels, they want to play the retake.
Oh, Asuna starting already. Just
great
intriguing.
pick.
He plays his life too, just to be annoying. These little protocols they have to give him.
Killed their best player already.
A bit of an inch. They take a mile. And that's going to be a kill from Bang.
Never mind, I forgot Bang's still alive. Hold on, what am I on?
Good player for good player.
Narrate ready to answer back and delay.
Nice flash too. They could start.
Now next best is John.
All right, drops
Bang's good, but ain't the next best.
100 Thieves now have to decide which way is
You're saying? Oh, never mind. He got two. And then John got one. Okay, they're all good. Let's be real.
He's not going to have enough time, not going to have enough arms and eyeballs to figure out.
Yeah, but real MVP is.
You think Sentinels were practicing this map?
I mean, they must have if they win pistol this man.
They never win pistol.
And you know how good those walls are on pistol rounds. Yeah. But the thing is, the beautiful paranoia.
I'm not gonna lie, whenever SEN wins pistol, it reminds me of Adapt. Because we literally the exact same shit. Like, the first game of the day, we play shit on.
I feel like everyone just thinks it's way too losable. Like, no one ever tries. Winning pistol is easy.
It is, but it's also not at the same time. It all depends on your comp and how everyone's playing.
But he is going to be able to get a few off of that. Make sure he's safe. A few actually shots before
that's huge now.
This is just doing work behind the camera.
If they can still time, the bank can get a nice flank.
EU and Boostio left alive. Spike just out of.
That's what he wants to do.
Narrates first contact, nice shot.
Okay, Jordan. Jordan's like, fuck you for taking my EU frame, bro.
Jalsis gets his own 4K.
Exactly, I was just about to mention
I'm not saying EU frame, he's American, bro. Look, he's been in EU for like a while now.
He looks like he's Russian.
Was able to anchor up that mid site.
What, narrate?
Yeah.
Quite easily here.
Nah.
And it's actually a beautiful.
He definitely looks European,
bring such
for
a
sure.
powerful close-range weapon onto a map like Split.
He doesn't look like he came straight from America.
Let me check something from Narrate real quick, because he played for Korean Corp, but before that, teams he played, they're not originally played then. But even then, it wouldn't matter, because going to what country goes for like a couple of years ain't going to change your entire like look.
See Boostio prepared if the team catches anything. Now moving the fault line.
They can't change your accent.
Tell that to 10s.
Asuna's space.
Before Korean Corp, he played for Mad Lions. Wait, Narrate is madly new. Hold on, Narrate only came in March 2023.
Yeah. Following very fast.
He played for Mad Lions, which is a team in North America for Tier 2.
I think he played around for a while.
He dropped out of Mad Lions in June 2023. 6 months later, joins Korean Corp in 2023, leaves them in October 2024, so basically a year later, and then picks him up. Wait.
It's looking like another big game.
And now they limp around. Spike again out of reach. Haven't seen that kind of a split fight for a while where it's just about A-heaven.
That's actually very nice from Sentinels too. They just waited for the rotate across from Bang so they could double flash.
You know, when people said Narrate was young, I thought it meant like slightly younger than Jordan, like 21, 22, 23, not like fucking like freshly new.
Coming out of the refight on A-heaven yet.
Yeah. They wanted to meet. Usually you let the team drop out or see if they'll peek you, but a very close choke point.
That's still usable for Sen.
A very small choke point to get through. Sentinel still make it
they
work.
give him what he wants now. Jordan's getting a little bit too interested.
He's made his way around. He's gonna have to hurry up a little bit more though.
Yeah,
too quick.
Should be easier kill. There you go.
Yeah, anyway, 12 seconds.
There was an opportunity to flank from behind, but
You have to save or kill both. So they get back in line.
Usually when people speed up, they get sloppy.
Instead of waiting to drop and play that and whatnot and react.
I mean, you
It's
would
really
though,
good
that's
to
the thing.
practice
Play
that.
around what
It's
Sentinels
fixable.
just did there was still to fight
It's
towards
fixable,
the
but
because if you drop into the
don't forget, you're also in two different areas. You look well, when you're running in. You got either a fucking running gun or you got to stop and shoot. But even then, you're not practicing like being running, try to pick up a spike and get shot from like 2 angles or 3 angles. Sentinels. Depends on where everyone's at.
You should if you're thinking about it.
So I love this type of look here from Sentinels, and they're trying
Dude, now I might start training for it just a little bit, just so I have it.
keeps getting denied here with counter util on the
Would be more consistent than someone else.
Quick 1-2 from Zekin. They've still tried to take A over and
Zekin's
over
actually
again,
shooting
so we
this
have
game.
to consider this is being conditioned
more
quite a bit
headshots,
without
I mean.
100 Thieves losing it. The rest of the map is still there.
If it's Haven, I really shoot it on Haven.
Man, if Sentinels lock this down, time.
John!
There's the shots.
Oh
There's
my
the
god, he
cleanup.
made up for it.
John Cutie keeps
Bro, Zekin fucking left him behind and John gets 2 still.
He's
Wait,
supposed to
his
shoot
eyes
before
go?
he does it.
But that time, Zealous is still coming up the rope there. There's
Wait,
too much to look
did
at.
you his eyes
for
glow
Xander
for Lee, like,
once
actually?
again, 4 for Sentinels in some very clean rounds here.
Exactly, a great start for
Oh,
Sentinels.
because that's another visual way of knowing how it's fake or real.
They've tied the amount of rounds they
Okay,
had
okay.
against 100 Thieves the last time on this map during kickoff.
I'd have to look at it again. I didn't even know it
It
did.
was a series that still, no matter what, went in the hands
Use
of
that.
Sentinels. As White mentioned before, it was
Only
a
time
lot
I
of
think his
gambles
eyes
in
glue was
terms of
if
the
he pop
Vito
his ult
thinking
or
that
something.
100 Thieves are going to get a lot of value off the bind pick, something that were so good
It's the
in
only
the
time it
past,
makes
but
sense.
Someone needs to fucking show me his eyes. Hello, look at his puffer pick. There's no glowy eye.
Series, another banger class that goes into a
Wait, that means decoys. Wait, that's how pros know them. By the eye.
trying to delay a push into the B main.
If you can't see the eye, you take a risk.
This is a weird one-way.
Exactly. So at least taking that control to start is
Oh,
great.
maybe not.
But nobody from 100 Thieves has moved for even.
It's the only one we can do with Omen now. Like, every map has no one-ways anymore, practically.
Oh, I know that. Which is why I was that's why I was trying to figure out the other one that split. Or not split,
Haven.
We see him considering the state of the
That Haven one you saw was not a one-way.
with what can be stopped. But
I know they got rid of all the good ones on a
is
set.
slow. The A line for Sentinels lets them know nothing's
Every good
happening.
one-way exists is gone on every map, bro.
Mission and figure out the rest of what's going on.
I just knew it was
It's
particularly
kinda
OP
good.
on Ascent because of all the
They're
wall
setting
bangs and
themselves up
stuff.
so well in these rounds.
As they do this too, the breach is still in a good line to, well, actually I was about to say that, but it would be in a good spot here to assist.
If 100 Thieves win this round, I know what's going to happen the rest of this game. I've got a script if they win this one.
You know, you very rarely see someone play a perfect raise. Like a really, really good raise. Like Satchel and people towards you.
Zekin still clears though from
Yeah.
the site. They didn't know he was
Students.
just down towards elbow still. Being able to be very mobile around the map with these gate crashes. And now,
You think he's
good
top
for it.
Dexter?
for the side of 100 Thieves, and Sentinels know exactly
Probably.
what's going
I'm sure it's
on.
one of these teams have for sure.
Wait, why is there 0-0 under Sen 100 feet? Oh, is that timeouts? I don't know. On the overlay, why does it say 0-0 under Sen and under 100 Thieves?
Right here for Narrate to get onto EU. But Sentinels are looking to have a pretty clean and strong attack defense.
Oof,
side.
100 Thieves is not shooting back, bro. Look at the kills.
Wait a
They're not
second.
shooting back.
Wild start. Both teams have come up off a map loss and just came out firing. The Sentinels here doing it on the third map may be just the time they needed to do it again.
Bro, we've seen Sentinels tweet.
Zick speaking with the team to figure out what kind of
Bro, we've seen
work
Sentinels tweet 90
done
minutes
now,
ago.
seeing the
Wait,
plays
what?
not working.
Yeah, I'll send you a link.
Seems like 100 Thieves is, getting mid, getting towards A, but out of those positions, it seems so closed in by Sentinels.
Yeah, I mean, right now they're just passing the line of scrimmage on their defense, able to take control of B heaven, but never really getting eye into the B site yet. And also,
Perfect. Dude, took a map, so he blocked
kind of
B.
stalled towards
Fucking
the
love
top of
that.
heaven, and can't really get into the site itself.
I keep
on A.
forgetting Sentinels tweets funny shit when the maps go on. I need to actually look back to
Passive
do
plays that
anything.
you currently see from Sentinels, allowing 400 Thieves to gain a little bit of that space, but not a little bit more towards the extremities of the sites.
We've got money to spend, so they're gonna get
They
aggressive
gotta start
for sure.
potentially fighting even more towards that spawn, knowing the position that Sentinels have, the double initiator.
Bro.
One's gonna be in an iPad, the other one's gonna be in a fault line. There's opportunities to kind of catch them off guard if you have good counter utility.
Bro, look at this one, look at this one.
You do so, because EU has his own salvos, Boostio has his own fault line.
Oops.
You need to activate Asuna here.
Have to. Zek and Zelsis are both at 6 frags, hardly dying. And you need someone to clear them off the map. It's been
Volunteers, have they tweeted anything
wild.
funny? Probably
Where
not,
do they
it's on
go from
Thieves.
here? Spike's going to be towards mid, and still Sentinels feel like keeping all this initiator utility together so they can either retake or delay a site. So smart.
The only thing they could really do right now is try to play contact in the very beginning, but both initiators are looking to allow the 3 players to push up towards B heaven.
Oh wow, crazy nade.
Opening by Asuna.
Push off. Salvo comes through to give them quite a bit of room, but they're still, it doesn't seem like they're confident to take it. It's just giving them baby steps here, and they need more than baby steps to get into the site with this low buy. That's a quick kill from Narrate. More delay in the aftershock. Cryo could really get some big space here, but no.
Oh, wow, bang.
Is very ready for the situation, and even an Armageddon to boot and close out the round 6-0 for Sentinels.
Somehow rather, it still lands on the top of Hell.
Yeah.
So Xander wasn't ready.
No,
for
he's not doing anything funny. Hey, man.
Did try a nice little opening to kick
I think he's got boring today. For tweets.
But then right after, it's the Sentinel salvos. Right
Why is that
after,
camera so saturated? That top cam was saturated.
What top cam?
The top cam for the players.
Safe passage right there,
So saturated.
To hide from, but unfortunately not.
Operator finally?
No, looks fine.
They're feeling comfortable. They're feeling rich right now. Zakin's going to hold the
Maybe
line, and that just gives everybody on the map comfort to watch everything else if he isn't seeing anything, which his vision's going to be flooded in a second.
Yeah, cam looks fine.
The quick pick from Boostio. The drone's going to push him just offline, and they're going to have freedom on this one.
Or you might picture like where players are, like agents behind them.
That peak, and the utils flooding into the site with a cosmic divide for protection.
The wall doesn't really allow for them to plant. They have to actually fight through this.
That's a little weird.
Okay, thankfully nobody's fighting back.
Bro.
Whoops.
What was the play?
They'll be able to get out.
No
here.
idea.
2 left. Oh. Wall in their face. Doesn't go over the spike, obviously, but they still have the avenues to shoot through.
It's a pay round. It's a pay round.
Around. Nicely played.
It's okay, we're rich.
It's gonna be that teamwork that gets them into B together here on good util usage as well.
And I love the little switch up from 100 Thieves to take control of middle.
Okay, now we're not.
Instead of trying to pull Asuna with a double satchel all the way up towards heaven, all the way to the vents, he goes for a satchel to stop right here out in the open. So the second smoke that was thrown towards the middle right here where he gets the kill was a recall. So the idea was just to...
Good chat. Okay, let's get 6.
The idea was just to really try to take down Zelsis right there in that moment. Because he's been playing.
So yeah, you know about the camera where like the agents are? Like that camera?
Yeah.
So it's a nice little
yeah, but yeah, no, that was, they're always saturated. Like, even like before the match,
you
like,
had me
you know
thinking it was
when
my monitor for a second. I was like, there's no way my monitor's 2 different colors.
After one. Slow down, 100 Thieves.
You said play webcams. I'm like, huh?
No, like the top-down cams.
Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Talking right now.
Like, you know when they do that, like, between games, and they show the players, like, before the game starts?
Understanding what might have
Even those ones, like, that's the same pictures, they just use very saturated ones, I don't know why.
Right side of the map and mid for a
Well, since one looks very darkened, while 100 Thieves are more saturated, like, brighter. It's a bit, I don't know, both player cams are very weird.
For Zelsis around this spot, because it hasn't really been tested, and when they did, Zelsis did an incredible job just holding up the area. That kill that he just got, or he received here from Asuna, was actually his first death in this map so far.
Yeah.
So he was currently 7-0-1 until he finally
I played my
got
game
dropped.
during intermission.
So despite him being so hot in these moments, in this
Oh my God, what the heck?
I like the fact that 100 Thieves still
Game starts in 6, 5,
the plays here from Zelsis and drop him down.
3, 2,
with that 100 Thieves
1,
win, that was just
game
the
start.
cosmic divide used for ultimates still ready.
Oh shit, Jordan, you're fucked. You're fucked, Jordan. Wait, Jordan?
He stunned, slow, low HP.
How the fuck are you alive? How the fuck are you alive?
That was very close.
Bro, he got breach stunned, Teo ulted, and made it out behind the corner. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, this is perfect. They wouldn't have been in the corner.
Very well, crossfire
that is so
unfortunate. From the side of Sentinels. 100 Thieves feeling the pain on this, but he's going to be able to answer back and even out the numbers. Wow. Xander's moving forward here aggressively on the Astra takes down Narrate. A huge frag for the squad as they continue to take space.
What are you doing, bro?
A little ahead of themselves.
Especially when Narrate has his own role to counter back. Beautifully done for Boostio, and also by EU.
Wait, Bang times it right.
To get that pit out. Spotted now by EU. But this will potentially get John Cutie ready.
Wait, there's Bang on.
Still have the util.
Wait, what's the Chiefs doing, bro? One minute going A, then they're going B, now they're going back A. Wait.
Now the players are going to walk back.
I think they'll bang away, that's why.
Walking for contact.
30 seconds left.
No
John P this way. John could actually get 2 here.
And this is up to John Cutie here. He's actually figuring they're going to go both sides.
I would just let him pass, honestly.
Just keeping 1-1 in sight. Xander about to walk
John.
Yes.
And he sees the tail.
My fucking guy. That's my agile. That's my agile. That's my fucking agile.
You thought you had a spot. You had a good read to move towards that B site, but
Wow.
as soon as you
Didn't even need Bang.
down and you have no information run after on the initial fight from EU onto Bang, down towards the bottom
They got beat
middle,
by a guy who looks like he just got done swimming.
And that freaking flick, bro. That flick onto last one. I won't pay attention to who is here, but that flick up on head is insane.
Disgusting stuff. The timeout snuffed from 100 Thieves. They try to re-rotate.
Oh, second.
Wow. Read it as it is. EU starts off with a very
bit too peaky mode.
Taking Zekin down is going to slow things down quite a bit
You
here.
just get an angle from different angle, bro.
Try to take down Cryo. EU wide swings and picks him off, and that now gives another gap towards middle that 100 Thieves could start taking advantage of.
Austin on the stinger. Expect him to go into that showstopper form at some point and continue to use that in the face of Sentinels.
Like I said, they have no map control. The only control they have is literally Zeus's orb in mid, which is down at the moment.
Deep in sight, though. Actually, close in sight, I should say. They're in
There's no B control. No A control either.
with Asana's ult.
Could be heaven.
Cryo was actually anchored up on that
You know what,
side,
watching
so
out.
it calls out that there was a smoke and paranoia, so the Omen is still on that side. They should now be ready for the initiators playing towards this A site here.
Narrate.
Really, you looked at him.
Should, right?
Maybe thought he was dead or something, but he didn't.
Wait.
He stands tall. They shoot him is the question. Zelsis is doing.
Zeus came in at the fucking timing, bro.
Comes up with some big retaliation frags there. Drops into sight to help the team after that fault line.
Nice. Dude, this spectator is weirding me out.
And it's already sourced out where
Okay.
Cryo's coming from. Bang with a 6th sense. Picks up an 8th
Why, what's
round
up?
for
He
Sentinels.
was good for the first 2 maps, and now he's screwing around.
You do know there's more than one spectator, bro.
Well, whoever it is ain't doing it as good as the other one.
Bro, there's, I think there's 8 people in
Oh,
there.
there it is. Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure 2 of those 8 spectators are meant to go onto each team. So that's 4 of them used. And the other 4 are supposed to flex cinematics and all that stuff.
Add more
So the
slots.
person in charge of it. Huh?
Just add more slots.
I'm pretty sure the person who's in charge of it is literally who is like in charge of OBS, basically.
Multiple timeouts already coming in from Zix to figure out what they can do. When your composition works so well against Sentinels last time and you are actually finding
Wait, this is
no
good.
ground
Yeah, this is
this time
perfect.
around.
100 V's have no timeouts now after this. Which means second half is all sense.
Give praise here to Zelsis so far because
Holy poop, bro.
although Wide has mentioned here that Zelsis has been
My guys were farming while I'm away.
Vice role, and even on today looking like one of the best Vice in the
Let
world.
me collect that. Hold
Going to the
on.
grand finals of Kickoff versus G2, he actually did calm down for a bit, and then you saw what happened in Bangkok. But it wasn't only on Zelsis, it was the whole team kind of just shutting down and not getting the best results that they wanted to.
Right.
So you're going back into week 1 of Kickoff, a chip on the shoulder, as mentioned by Zekin in other interviews, one to prove here to the Sentinels fans that they're much more than what they've shown towards Bangkok.
Yeah.
And they're definitely showing it here. It's 8-1 now and a half on the 3rd map.
The Vibe Merchant evolving into the Kill Merchant here for map 3, bringing everything
It
for
was
the
tweeted,
squad.
having Bang in the IGL seat working out nicely. No one can tell if they're being honest or not, because Sentinels chose too much.
Somebody sees them, they go down here. Zekin with the Outlaw. They still have a lot of money to work with. 100 Thieves.
If he is, he's
continue to
actually
work
doing
with
really
slow
well.
buys.
They won't be.
That's all they have, right? The moments
Because John's too good of an IGL to replace.
Well, no,
It's harder
I
to-
thought they were talking about someone being like a... Like, isn't Zelsis like a co-IGL or something stupid?
Yeah, he's the mid IGL. So like, if John's dead or if, like John needs a bit more info, Zeus is basically backup 1 basically. So basically, everyone basically listens to either Jordan or John mostly.
To continue to fight back towards the top of B.
So anyone's supposed to be the IGL, like you know when John had that VCT issue last year.
Second moves forward and drops Boostio with
If everything happens like that again, Jordan's supposed to be a backup 1 basically.
What's going down on the map is also kind of.
So if they're ever going to replace the IGL of SEN, it's going to be Jordan. Jordan has to be the fast IGL upgrade.
Been, so Bang has not turned his eyes away
Unless they
from
get
it. He
like
knows
fucking
something's coming
Chronicle or
through.
Boostio or whatever, then fair enough.
Yeah, they're very ready ready to fault line the low by. Sentinels is not taking any chances.
Yeah, he's got the double hands out actually to throw hands.
That's so good. Everything they're doing right now must be so
Hey, they
annoying
got off
for
the
100
wall.
Thieves. They still have a chance to make
Dude,
this
they're
work
just
to get
getting
in the
utiled
site.
dumb.
But it's there. They're
Welcome
stunned
to
up for the entirety of that
Overwatch.
showstopper.
You got two.
They just fall into
2
the
for
hands of
1.
Bang. He's happy to collect
Okay,
it.
hold on.
The
Sentinel's
close-up
strong.
stinger is going to help for Cryo as he picks up another one, but
Second
Zekin
ult.
again for dimensional drift.
I'm gonna cry.
Just go for
Ooh.
both members. 8 seconds left. Tejo is going to stop them. He's forced to
Oh my god.
John!
John's brilliant.
Who else is there to clean up a
That level of toxicity, bro.
2-1 now for Sentinels.
The on-the-fly calls
Wild.
adaptation once again from Sentinels. Zekin
That is so
going into the
fucking
dimensional
toxic.
drift so that John Q could get the salvos
The
at the
fucking
right
rocket
place,
where
to get the stun at the right place where you can't even
what
get
do
the
you
pull
call
up to
it?
the
Second
spike
look
on
at and then
time
just
to even
fucking
go for the Hail Mary
stun is
plant.
insane.
I'm surprised here that Cryo didn't even go for a res when they finally dropped into the site and got some control. I feel like he's been holding on to this res the whole half.
Yeah, you're almost forced with the way that Sentinels is playing. It's a battle res, one of the most dangerous. Just got to have the wall for it almost.
It's just such good reaction coming out from Sentinels.
Let's get into it. I wanna go sleep.
On the previous round was going to be the win con for 100 Thieves, and he gets stopped right away by the Rolling Thunder. So the reads are so good.
I'll switch it in a few minutes
defense.
anyway.
It's crazy.
A big wish he had a Sage pocket in his team because he's down to 11 HP after he had a bit of a spray going on towards that B main. So finally a different look for 100 Thieves at the very beginning. Pressure towards the B side, but the finish seems to still be the same. Trying to punish Zelsis inside male.
I mean, in this, you just go for a fodder res, right? Have somebody run up, take that male, res him up. Like you said, it's been hard for him to find a
I'm
reason
confused
for
what
them to use
Joan
it. So make a
he
reason
just
to use
done.
it.
Exactly. They're playing solo male a lot of these times. Asa
Don't
definitely
question it. These are the pros.
Get a pick, and then he'll be back in a 5-on-4. But now he's
I'm still trying to figure out how Tejo
at
works.
least for the first kill.
Like, does the Tejo work if the drone sees you, or if you look at the drone?
Should draw some numbers.
Because it's invisible until some
Players
point.
on the map. Cryo just runs into A.
And that's the res gone.
If it's until the drone sees you, but that's kind of smart actually.
Oh, they know two are there now. A lot of util in the eyes of Sentinels to be able to call this stall, and they just stop 100 Thieves before they get into sight. 10 seconds left. They're going to have to rush this. No time to plan as the spike is down, and 100 Thieves are lost.
What just happened in that round for 100 Thieves on the call?
See it again. Even with this first kill,
that dude's gonna get kicked out.
Kill here.
We're not allowed to be toxic in Valorant. One of the guys in the crowd was like, "You're supposed to go to a site." He was talking trash.
On 100 Thieves right now.
That ain't talking trash. That's normal. That's fine.
They have control of it all, Van Silly. They've only lost that one coming into the second half, or the map, I should say, as they're looking for just 3 more to close this one out.
Oh, and a walk contact to try to take down Zelsis. Unstoppable once again. No util to really push him this time around. And only the EU falls. Thankfully, we could maybe use a res now.
Nah, run over the body. Into the vent. Sasuna is going to get Zelsis, though. Drops the big fragger on the round. Bang still ready to fight. Bang is still ready to fight.
He's Nate shot live. He's not. Oh, Extra's watching.
He's missed his points or something. I think the last time they they shot streamed a SEN match, it was like something to do with his anniversary or something like that. Like he cancelled his anniversary date to watch SEN for 100 Thieves.
Finally, the res getting value.
Or something like that. And his missus was happy about it.
Coming out now from Narrate. Full kit. Now player advantage as well. Finally, the res
movement from Asuna. If he can stay unknown, it's big. Narrate with one already. Full util for Narrate to come in.
I love it.
And they know where Asuna is too.
After shot towards the back to push him out.
Perfect.
Beautiful by Narrate.
Crazy utility usage. It's not going to be all up to Asuna. He knows he's got to look high. He's got to look low. 5 bullets left.
Nice. There's just finesse him. Hold on.
There's no way SEN loses this one.
What an insane round for Narrate right there. 2 players win against him, stays behind the box, gets the first pick, but instead of going for the re-swing, look at him jump on the top of the boxes just to try to spot where Cryo's moving in towards you. Guarantees the stun to go with the aftershock to push him out of position while stunned.
Wait.
To win a 1v2 on that side, convert a 2v3 for Sentinels, and he cannot do any wrong on this map.
A very fast first half. We'll have to see how quick it can be for Sentinels when we come back
Crazy.
from the break.
Yes, the content game was map 2. Right toward the map 1 and map 3, just make it like the most boring, but map 2 make it content. Because if it looks more content on map 2, then everyone's taking for map 3, you know?
Holy stocks, bro.
$11 for Sentinels and 1 round for 100 Thieves to run with here in the second half. They'll be on defense where they usually find their footing with the Sage composition on split, but I feel like the rug has already been pulled out from underneath them.
Yeah, the copium now for 100 Thieves is that they actually have a very strong defensive side as well against Sentinels. Although,
what did he just say?
I like to say that Sentinels probably knows what to expect.
Yeah.
So it'll definitely be a difficult run for 100 Thieves.
Pistol round is imperative for any kind of cushion for 100 Thieves here to have a life in the second half. They're playing the initiators as well towards A. We saw this from Sen. It's just so good for the retake or the delay. And Sen's focus is going to be mid here to get some util out before they commit with the spike anywhere.
Also looks like Cryo is trying to move forward. Nice shot by Asuna start though.
Whoa.
Bang with the trade.
Almost.
All right, already getting
that was almost
If Astuna got away with that rope. If Astuna got away with that rope, I'd be pissed.
Well, now it's up for Sen to make that 3v5 conversion happen.
Wow,
That's what I was going to mention. It didn't look like here that Cryo was looking to react and wall up towards middle. They wanted to wall up here towards the top of B Heaven just to try to stall a little bit more. Nice little drone though to allow Sentinels to move down.
Right clicks.
Just identified and taken out. Xander and Cryo fall immediately, and Sentinels know they have sight. Setting up high-low here, and they still have John Cutie in mail to deliver.
Tides have turned.
Literally, best classic wins this one.
Fault line there.
Talked about that position so good there for John Cutie inside melee. Has to be cleared.
Ugh.
Oh, they don't check enough. And does he jumps back again?
Wait.
Yeah, 100 classic sucks. 100 classic sucks.
On point all game. EU has to deal with the mailman, and he does. Cutie's down.
Wait, they're both for HP.
Low health on Bang. John Cutie
Never mind.
only needs one shot with his classic to bring it to 12 and bring it to game point for Sentinels.
The right clicks were so good. We're on the side of Sentinels here. Yeah, map series point 12-1.
Wait, 100 Thieves are bringing it back right now.
Turn of events here in his third map. Not expected that it was going to be so one-sided for Sentinels to
I have the
start.
script in my hands.
It's over, these guys. It's over.
Oh, man. Signed, sealed, and delivered, says Bang.
Dude's already in his bed asleep.
No way.
It's not my bro. Actually, she's by here now.
Doesn't even have to say it anymore.
The gamble now, Hail Mary towards the front of B, but it's weighted all the way towards the back towards spawn. Greeted by Bang and already a one-player advantage.
Looks like Split is coming back to Central's map now. It's going to be called SEN Split or something again. SEN Split. I don't know.
To just move around the map and try to find an information on where they lost. On middle, at least to start.
Look at that. They know where Cryo is. They know where the wall could be potentially in a slow that would stop them. Everything else here they can run by except for the fault line. It looks like they are going to try to initiate. Oh, Zekken already tempting back at the site with a gate crash here.
We're flashing high for A, but nobody's fighting for heaven.
Yep. It's the follow-up just isn't there when they need it. Zekken's moving forward. Another kill almost with a classic. He goes again for a fight with the team pressuring in. Paranoia goes in sight to give him distance, and it's just on the end. Now it's up to EU. 4 alive here for Sentinels. They have been so strong.
GG's. 100 Thieves, just a dog shit.
On the third one of Split as we hit this decider.
100 throws.
Now they just watch EU jump back and forth before it's
You see that fucking Teo stun?
solidifies the final kill.
You bounced off.
Best of 3 goes
That's a Valorant wall moment.
That's the point. You got right click or left click. I know what both trying to do, but the right click was not it.
Finishing the third map 13-1.
That's unfortunate.
I want to see the post interview. I want to see the trash talk. I know it's going to be Jordan trash talk this.
And boy, did they look clean on the defensive side to kick things off. But again, you have to look back here, Riv. That last round that just happened, it just shows to me there was a little bit of layers missing around the approach that 100 Thieves wanted to bring with this composition on both attack and defense.
I love how Jordan only had 1 person out of 5.
It was a Hail Mary for Xander to stay alive towards the A site, but no coordination to clear up at least the scale back into A heaven before. So we're always one step ahead for 100 Thieves to be able to capitalize on the game plan, and Sentinels took advantage of that for sure. And that, again, a hot start, big smile for a lot of these players.
You hear the crowd behind them as well. They felt it today. Seeing Zelsis pop off again, the Kaplan timeouts absolutely patching the hole. That was the question. They were doing good, and Kaplan has found a way. Zekken chatting with the team as we saw before, letting them know what needed to be changed inside and outside the game. And man, it looks like all of those changes happened because of how strong they were inside the game. It couldn't
the kill on Bostio, that was exceptional, we can tell that one.
That's a whole upgrade. Yeah. And again, if it's not on the macro, look at the individual skill from a lot of these players. Zelsis has popped off today. Even Narrate, again, an emotional player that they were mentioning at the desk, and he was all smiles for sure. He had so many good hero moments, as well as Zelsis. Bang just dismantling in these rounds against his own teammates.
Oh, the Bang clutches.
John Cuty's position on a 1 versus 3 on the top of A heaven. Like, all of these guys are firing. So when you have the macro and you have the individual skill, you're back into a Sentinels that's unstoppable.
They did so well this game, and it looks great for the season as well. They come out this strong on maps that people had questions about, and now the Sentinel fans, I'm sure, can be happy with those results.
Turn around and
have things they can look at to work on. We saw them kind of, as we talked about, Bind being one of the maps.
Jordan has an interview.
So now
I want to see the
might be one of those as well. It's, however, time to talk to more Sentinels as we send it down to Dryad for the Verizon post-match interview with Zelsis.
Oh, I see now.
There's a sign pointing to it.
City gets the win today against 100 Thieves 2-1, and I'm here with Celsius. Celsius, congratulations. The first thing that I want to ask you, something that we talked about with Kaplan after Bangkok, the team looked a little frustrated. We heard the vlogs, we heard everything that the team was talking about. So how do you make sure that you recover as a player to be in the best shape for Split 1?
I think in Bangkok we tried to work too hard. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but you know, when you're just screaming every day, practicing every day for like long hours, you're just kind of like hitting your head against a wall when things aren't working. And I think coming back, we made it a point to kind of relax a little bit and not play as much as we were. And I think it's kind of showing now, like we're having more fun. You know, the Bang IGL in the middle was fun. Yeah, we're just like doing more fun.
Where's Bang did IGL for a little bit?
Think so hard.
Yeah, there's always a lot of pressure for Sentinels, but something that you've talked about as well is how you want to build a dynasty with this team.
Wait, is he IGL about Haven then? Does he know about Haven but Descend doesn't?
We start to feel it. How is the process to make sure that it can turn into a reality?
I mean, I feel like having a dynasty in this game is really hard, but like we all want to win. Every competitor wants to win, and I think like we're trying to chase as many trophies as we can, especially with the organization we have. Like they treat us very nicely, so shout out Sentinels. And we just want to do right by them for giving us the life we have, and I think we're just going to keep working hard to chase trophies.
For sure, and going more into details about what we saw today, and that map number 1, and I think throughout the series we saw a lot of moments where 100 Thieves had the advantage, had the first kill, and you guys were recovering really fast. Is that some of the things that you were working since you got eliminated from Bangkok to once again come back stronger for stage 1?
Yeah, I think like a big thing is we learn to save more. When we're in disadvantages, we slow down the round and we kind of just walk around the map. And like, I think our communication that game was really on point when we came down in the disadvantages. And I think, like you said, we had a lot of rounds that went our way when maybe they shouldn't have. But I just think we played really well as like a team.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are looking pretty good. Again, that split was insane. But my last question, that next match is going to be against Crew. Any thoughts about going against them?
I mean, no thoughts. Like, I think everyone in Americas is really good, and I think we have to take every match by match by week. But I think Crew's
Dapper would have trash
like a wild
talked.
card team, so I'm hoping they don't just come
Don't worry, if Jordan gets to have an interview, he will.
But it should be a fun match.
Because you got this interview, you got the main one.
For sure. Can we hear
He definitely rips the heart off stream.
I
can see it in his face.
Match point with Second and Kaplan.
I don't know about Second and Kaplan talking. Okay, second was Second was trash talk.
With Zekin and Coach Kaplan from
Kaplan was trash talk, yes.
Destroyed 100 Thieves over on Split. First question I wanted to ask you guys about
Hey, that's the peril map.
to the round breakdown is, did you expect them to come out with this comp again? Because they ran it against you guys in kickoff. They had a dominant win there. Was that something you expected to see?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they could have changed it up, but this comp worked really well for them. They 13-4'd us last time, and we didn't, like, we got some okay wins on Split since, but, like, it was kind of one-dimensional. It was a little bit, like, they have a lot of footage on us, so to me, it made sense from their point of view to play the same comp. And
for sure.
Try to
so I wanted to start this off. This is actually just the first round on the pistol. Before we even get into it, I am curious about your guys' just setup, how you wanted to approach the opening of this game. What's the idea here?
This is kind of just a big picture idea, right? Like last time we played them, Jordan got punished in mid a lot, got caught out a lot. We played more on the extremities, so just from the get-go, we're calling this, you know, I'm just calling it in the pistol freeze time, saying, hey, I think we can play this style, and the idea is we just make it look like Jordan's alone, but we punish him if they try to go heavy mid. Zach's there, we got a stun ready, and catch him out.
Got you, cool. So 100 Thieves in this instance, they're just trying to go for a straight up A play. You guys have left the site open, just playing for a retake. As they're getting in off the splash, sadly there is one casualty. Who is it that goes down?
I think I played this round really well.
It's about that moment. Anything to break down.
I thought I played it great.
Good job, Zach.
Didn't even get to play the round.
So from there, Austin gets that one kill, falls back, and
He had 5 seconds of playtime.
This is where I really want to.
And it wasn't even facing toward anyone.
The team's minds. If we're gonna expand the mini-map here, because they do plant for heaven, they have the wall for screens, which I'm assuming you guys fully expect to be the case. So what's the approach now, playing for retake against this like really util heavy comp that they've got?
I mean, I think we did a pretty good job staying calm. Like, it's pistol
Look how Kaplan's getting asked this question when he's not only playing. He can't tell him what to do in this situation. Why is Kaplan get interviewed for this?
Like, even in a 4v5, they
They're unlikely to got this scenario
they
in
don't
Scrim.
have anything to really work with in a post play otherwise. And,
I don't think Zekin's the guy to remember that. It's probably John.
Are
you a dead calmer?
I'm a big dead calmer.
It would be John or Zekin. John Solstice for base.
And I don't think we fully commit to it. I think we take some fights and they use a bit more util and they're pretty much out of it, and then we go back through heaven. But,
yeah, so Nared's kind of jiggling there, and then you guys double up.
He's just kind of here to perform.
Asuna, and then from there, you guys just completely circumvent the wall and screens. Everybody just pours out of heaven off the flash. And then, what are the comms like in a situation like this? Are you continuing to dead comm at all for people, or?
I don't think it was. I think it was Marshall who said it. We saw that they had Teo and Astro ramp, so we called to wall up and just ignore them completely and isolate the 2 guys on site. And then from there, I'm not talking anymore, and it's just all up to them to calm their scaling and how they're going to take these fights on the guy's site.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I thought this. The refight in was really cool. That flash, then you guys push back, so you already have someone on the spike as well. And then, is this something, to go slightly back, that you had kind of thought of prior for this retake situation, where you can see like Zelsis is playing over there, back.
What was that camera angle,
so
bro?
when they rewrap, you know, up a ramp here to fight when it's planted for Heaven? Is that, it's like, all right, we'll just leave Zelsis, he'll shoot him in the back when they come up there, everybody else go in the site?
Pretty much, yeah. When we saw that it was planted for Heaven, we knew we had to keep one there.